Yes.
We're here. We're done. We're back.
And I'd just like to say hello to everybody that's here. We got our friend John P. Adventures.
Hi, John. Welcome on in, brother.
I don't know why this douchebag turns up. This guy always got to be somewhere.
Ban this guy right now. You're banned.
Hey, nice to. We got UFO non-com. That's a pretty cool name, man.
Nice one, man. Awesome. Yeah, welcome on in, brother. Nice to see you. Darkest Gooner. Love the word.
Yes, man. Yes.
Welcome on in, man. Nice to see you.
Gotta say, I gotta wish you all as well while I'm doing these Nickies here. Gotta wish you all happy World UFO Day, Nick.
Is it? It's new to me. I've been off Twitter all day, mate, so I'm not too sure on that one. Hey, Rebecca, how's it going? Nice to see you. And hello, Nikki. Nice to see you.
Happy. Well, it's a good thing that old hidden underbelly knows it's World UFO Day today.
And new to me, brother. But yeah, happy UFO World Day, if that means anything to anybody. One True Saxon, does that mean anything to you, brother? I think the word. Rotary, man, how's it going, man? I think the word we're looking for is grift.
Grift?
Like,
not everything's a grift, man. People can just celebrate World UFO Day by liking sci-fi movies. It's just, man.
I suppose so. Yeah.
All of us gotta have something. Not everything's a grift, baby.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, when you're doing it long enough, you understand it's industry business, but it can be entertaining. And I tell you what, today, as it's World UFO Day, I'm not going to be a skeptic. We're going to be pure woo, because the topic obviously today is going to be like pure woo, pure woo. So I just 420 before the show, so that's gonna be out of the way. But hey, sheep up, Bob. 20 miles an hour. 20 miles an hour. For those, if you're going to travel down Sheep Pop's road, you best do 20 miles an hour. Only me know that. But yeah, welcome on then, everyone. Rebecca, Rotary, and who else we got here? Adam Ward. How's it going, man? Oh, love the thumbnail. Awesome.
Who is that?
You talking to me?
Yeah, no, the thumbnail.
The thumbnail. Oh, yeah. Do you know what?
That looks cool, man.
It does, isn't it? Most probably AI generated.
I bet you that's
him. Recognize.
That's him. That's Adam Ward.
Well, if that's you, brother, fair play. She looks like she'd be in a Marvel movie.
I'm scared already now, man. Welcome on. That's what I'm saying to you, man.
Eddie, how's it going?
It's World UFO Day. I do want to make an announcement, so I'll be real quick. Can I make this announcement? I was hoping to be able to give you all an update video on Jessica Ortiz, the lady that filmed that alien-looking creature. And I have to reiterate, I'm the one that called it an alien. She didn't call it anything. She just said, "What the hell is this thing?" And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking that looks like Roger the Alien, man. So, but anyways, I was hoping to have a daytime walkthrough where this thing walked past, so you guys would offer a bit more clarity, and get some. If you couldn't get the perspective that you needed from the Ring doorbell, it would have gave you, hopefully, the perspective you needed. Now, I have seen the walkthrough, but for reasons I can't show you it because it's got her address and everything on it. So, yeah, I'm sorry. But man, it's pretty compelling stuff, man. So that's all it is. Hopefully she will reshoot it. Hopefully that I can show you guys. But she is a bit worried about her privacy because she's told me that she spotted some people taking pictures.
Oh, already, yeah. They managed to track. Oh God, it's just what are they hoping to get anything out of it?
You see.
Hey, Jose, how's it going, man?
I don't want to go too far because it's how my mind works. Yeah. Now I'm thinking the only catch, because I'm telling you, there's something's really iffy about this story. And I mean the whole circumference of the story, not what she's caught. She's definitely caught something. And
for sure.
From what I'm gathering the chatter, I don't know. I've asked her on the interview, but anyways, she's definitely caught something. And I think it's funny how it's not getting the attention that the Vegas sighting did, or at least the Miami sightings. And I don't mean like I'm getting the views from my channel. What I mean is say it's everywhere. Everyone's talking about it. Do you get what I mean? There's something in that footage. When you look at the Vegas sighting, do you get what I mean? You had to squint your eyes. That could be an alien behind the gap in a wood fence.
Yeah. This is it. I think a lot of this footage hidden can be contributed to something called pareidolia. For those who don't know what pareidolia is, it's, for instance, a typical example. I look up into the sky, I see a cloud, it looks like a sheep, it looks like, you know, a face or something like that. That's what pareidolia is. So it's kind of your brain sort of tricking you to actually seeing what it is. So I would agree with you on that one, Hidden. The Las Vegas and the Miami one, you squint and you go, what is this? But this, what
there's something there. Her name. Jessica.
Jessica, yeah, I do apologize. Yeah, this is like something is definitely there. And the fact that it opens the flipping back door of all things, it's honestly, guys, go check out the interview that Hidden Underbelly did with Jessica, because it's really compelling stuff. And you get to hear it from her perspective, which is quite interesting. But then at the same time, we need to respect her privacy. So
but you just look at the circumference. You see, Jessica is willing. If anybody wants to seriously look into this, and I reached out to one of my contacts to ask him, and it's just terrible. The circumference of the whole thing. I think something in itself is going on. But I talk to her nearly a daily basis since I posted that video.
Oh, that's good.
So, you know, I think I've made a friend.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. I mean, what was her perspective about it? Was she saying that was an alien?
No, she doesn't know what it is, but because the general consensus is it's an alien.
Because it's been popularized as
that's it's not the first time I did something and it snowballed. So I'm used to it. But
mate, if it wasn't for you, it'll be somebody else. So
that's just what I mean. I mean, it looks like an alien. If you see, like I said to Jessica, I call it how I seen it. And what I saw was an alien walking past your door. And I don't think I watched the video once and said, "Ooh," I watched that video multiple times. I even called my missus over and said, "You gotta look at this, man." And she was like, And I'm like, "No, just look at it. Just look at it." And I showed her it, man, and she was like, "Huh?" And I said, "That's right." Huh?
It's compelling, absolutely, for sure.
And my missus is a skeptic. I just want to tell you that now. My missus is a skeptic. She doesn't believe like aliens are walking the earth. She's not like she'll say I buy into the possibility because of the universe being so vast. We can't just be the only fluke in the universe. She buys on it on that. But for UFOs and them flying over here and stuff like that, she ain't into it. She ain't into it.
I mean, to be honest with you, now the topic has gone through so many different avenues. Now we've got the spiritual, interdimensional sort of beings, and now it's all over the place. And you could go down different sort of avenues and just get absolutely confused. It's like, well, I heard these were nuts and bolts craft. It's like, no, they're actually plasma balls. No, they're actually spiritual entities. No, they're actually something fake and gay. It's like, oh my god, like one thing after flip another. It's just like, welcome to ufology. It can be confusing sometimes.
It's always, you know what? It's been the same rhetoric. You get what I'm trying to say? It goes around in circles, and this is why I always say, well, why does it have to necessarily be one thing? Can't it be from all of the aboves?
Because we're looking for the truth, brother. This is it. We're trying to find the truth.
But nobody knows. But nobody knows the truth.
Exactly. Nobody knows. We're just speculating.
So that's it. So enjoy the game.
This is it. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Before we get on to the main topic, I got a load of UFO magazines here dating back from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and primarily the 90s. Guys, it's the same stuff. It's literally regurgitated same stuff. It's nothing new when it comes to ufology. And I consider myself Very good point, Rebecca. I think Rebecca's been watching my videos. Man, the community hate me. My God, we'll get to that in another episode. But
Nikki
ufology
definitely
has
hates you.
yeah. Nikki, they're real, don't worry. But ufology has a theme, it has a rhythm, it has a rhyme. And once the one thing I would explain it hidden is that the fact that once you've been in the topic for so long, you get to understand how the game is played, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, it's
And
like,
it's
for instance, like I don't know how baseball is played. No idea. It's American sport. I have no idea. But if I sat and watched the game, I can just about understand, you know, the players and how the game is actually played, the rules of the game. But you give that 20 years, I can go, right, I can actually kind of predict because I'm so used to actually seeing the game itself. You understand the players. You can almost like predict how the game is going to come out. Like it's almost like a. Do you understand what I'm saying? Am I actually making any sense here? I 420 too hard before the show. I'm not speaking way too fast. But this is what it is. It's almost like what Rotary Matrix is saying here is pretty much like a script. You know, it's like an ending cycle. And I'm finding
That's
the
right.
things I'm reading and the way I treat myself, how I put myself in ufology is that I'm old school. Look how much books I've got here. You know, I like to go back to old cases and trying to find the history of ufology. And guys, it's more or less the same thing.
But then that's right. You get it now. You get it. It's the same with everything: fashion, food, what's in vogue.
Yeah.
You know, everything goes through this cycle, and we're getting here. That's why I'm saying, why can't it all be good? All fashion good, all food good, all UFO classifications and where they're coming from. Why can't that be good too?
Okay,
There's
right. I'm going to backtrack.
Not one.
Right,
Go on.
No, I was going to say, I want to talk about fashion because, yes, the fashion has gone through a cycle now where you've seen a lot of 60s and 70s and 80s stuff. Dude, have you seen the hairstyles? Like literally mullets are back, you know, whether it's like long and then it's short at the top. It's like we're going through a cycle again and it's terrible.
Well,
you understand? But no, you're right. On that point of view, what you're saying is that it's just fashion gets recycled, everything's get regurgitated, and it's just like Rotary saying, it's just a continuous script in one way.
I forgot the guy's name, but he could it be Carl Sagan? Am I saying his name?
Carl Sagan. Yeah,
Didn't he say with bold claims, you need bold evidence?
Is it extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence or something like that?
There we go.
Yeah, something like that. It's true. It's true. You know,
and
this is part of you.
I think before we can sit there and say we have no proof, and that's the main thing. They you know what I mean?
Oh, there's proof, all right. We haven't seen it. Hey, John Strokes, how's it going, brother? How's it going?
I don't know, man. I really don't know, but I just know these things have been around, and you know, many ancient cultures have talked about these things and gave them different things, and they could do certain powers, like they could go into houses and stuff, just like so. Who anything could be right in this crazy world. I mean, interdimensional beings. Why not? Why the hell not?
Oh yeah. That actually, I'm more on the cards of that as being something extraterrestrial because going through a lot of like abduction cases, and that is one aspect of ufology I'm really skeptical about. I don't know about you, Hidden. It's just because really is like a lack of evidence. But again, I am not denying abductions as the main topic of what is today. It's like this one's really compelling. This is like, oh, that's actually there's something really intriguing about this. And yeah, you are right. It's the lack of evidence, and we want at least some sort of decent footage or some document.
I'm not even so much for footage. Documentation, yeah.
Sure, yeah. And
I would love. Sorry.
People keep on saying, "Oh, don't worry, give it time." As a slow drip disclosure, I'm thinking, yeah, but hold on a minute. It's just people have been talking about slow drip disclosure for what? How many years now? 30 years. Stephen Greer said it in a book from 1996 when he was at a conference. And he says, "Oh, don't worry, the truth is coming soon. We're getting all this legislation passed." And it's like, it's back in 1996. And we're like, what? 30 years, coming up to 30 years. And nothing's really come forward about that. So, but like going back to the point is that you understand how the game is played. because you've been in it for so long, and you understand the people involved, the players at B, and you can almost predict the outcome, which is
we're all part of it. We're all part of the game, man. You're part of the game too, because even just sitting there talking about it, you're playing the game, man. You're playing the game. That's why. That's why my friend, he used to have a whole saying about this. He said, "Don't hate the player, hate the game."
But in the game, though, in fact, I think the community has done more damage than what it's worth.
Because they only got themselves to blame for that.
Yeah, this is it. Because I'm thinking like about ufology. It's like, how come signs evidence for inch? How's it going, man? Nice to see you.
Sorry, man. I'm rolling one up.
He's rolling up. He's rolling up. Jamming music, man. Nice to see you. Oh, welcome on in, brother. Welcome on in. But I'm thinking about ufology as a whole, and why is it been split apart? Is it because of the people involved, for instance, Lou Elizondo, trying to split people apart into different categories, or is it to do with the people in the community? I'm talking about like me and you and Tom, Dick, and Harry. Not necessarily. Yeah, you Hidden. You're to blame. Ufology.
I don't play them games. If you want to see it from my point of view, maybe you might agree, because I know somewhat. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to roll this up as well. But what I saw going down is I saw this played out in a way that, all right, what I saw going down was at first the community started bickering with each other and going after each other. And a lot of attention was being brought to that. So then quite recently, what I noticed now is the big players in the game, certain people you named already and others, they're all at each other. I've seen recently, which I thought, you know what, man, this is a ludicrous amount of money to go on one guy's podcast, 100,000 he's being offered. Sean Kirkpatrick, did I say his name right?
Oh, the guy for the director of Arrow.
Arrow, yeah. I think I think it's Jesse Michaels' podcast. He's offered him 100,000 to come on it for I reckon an hour, 2 hours, maybe. That's a lot of money. And the guy won't come on. The guy won't come on.
Yeah, well, Sean Kirkpatrick has been pretty much, he's kind of pissed off of the whole ufology subject. He's been through so much crap and the trolling, and this is what I mean. It's about the trolling and how aggressive people are in this topic, because guys, we ain't going to get the truth about anything. You can chuck your toys out the pram as much as you want and kick and scream and be vile and nasty to each other, but you ain't going to get the truth. In fact, you're actually doing more damage than what it's worth. Look, it's good to speculate, guys. It's good to speculate. This is what me and Hidden are doing, to get our points across. But when you start to being vile and aggressive, and I can mention one person that I'm not going to mention, as we talked to him before the show, I do not like that approach. Have you heard of a guy named John? Oh my God, what's his name? I'm going to butcher his name now.
Probably
did the alien interview? Is it John? Oh my God, I forgot his name. He goes around the podcast circuits. His name's guys in chat. Could you help me out here? His name John something. Alien Addict. Ollie, Lee, and Dave did a podcast with him. He deals with the alien interview. Oh, I forgot his name. John something, basically. John Stewart. Yes, thank you, Ray. That's it. I couldn't think of his name. So John Stewart basically has been going around saying that the alien interview, remember the alien in a dark room and it starts coughing up and all that? That is actually real footage. Now, personally, myself, I think it's fake, but I like John's approach because, he goes, I might be wrong on this one. He says, I'm more than happy for people to come forward and say, hey, John, you might be wrong. And he says, well, I'm learning to accept that. I said, that is the right approach. I like that. And he was on Rich Giordano's show, I think, going back last month. And I was like, do you know what? Even though I don't really agree with the guy, I'd be more than happy to have a conversation with him because he's very approachable. And people think he's probably a clown. That's absolutely fine. But at the same time, he's not going to be shoved shit. Sorry, I swore. PG-13. He's not going to treat me unfairly. Do you understand? You're going to have a really nice conversation. And even though we don't agree with each other, it's still going to be a good interview. I just got that approach. And I've listened to a few John Stewart's interviews. Again, not agreeing, because I think that's pretty much fake as a puppet, really. When you really look at it, really. But again, not bashing the guy because I like his approach to the topic. You know,
Yeah, and that's the
unlike
thing that
other people.
I think that's the thing that people tend to forget, that you can dislike what somebody's saying without disliking the guy.
Exactly, or falling out, or blocking them, or just calling people mentally ill for no apparent reason, and being. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the community, man. I really don't know. This is always thought. Is that to do with, disinformation, people involved in there?
It's a
Or is
lot
it
of
to do with
things.
just the
It's
people?
a lot of things, man. Yeah, but that's part of it.
Yeah,
You
everyone's
just
like that, though,
you
isn't it?
just gotta remember, beware of the provocateurs, because there are some people in there that are stirring up shit.
Oh
And
my God, tell me about it.
just be, and there I saw PG-13. So that's all I can say.
Just out of curiosity, I'm just going to ask a question, Hidden. When did the divide started to happen? Because you've been on Twitter a lot, or X, a lot longer than I have. When did they all start?
No. I
People in chat, throw that one out to you, because you've probably been in the Twitter realm a lot longer
see
than
it.
I have.
I seen it. See, I haven't. I'm not really in that realm. I use it purely to keep updated, which, like I said, stuff I don't post on the channel. Like I posted the Masubi orb. I said Masalan orb. I posted the footage of that just got released.
Yeah,
But I don't delve into that world. Because how do I say it? I'm going to call some people's names, and I don't really mean to call them names, but it's no diss to them. It's no insult to them. I just don't like calling other channels names, especially if I don't really watch them. But I remember Steve Cambion, and he was getting loads of views just for drama's sake. Yeah.
Drama farmer. Yeah.
And a lot of other channels followed that suit, that path. And I thought, well, that to me, it's what works for them. To me, it don't work, because I think we're all in this, and we're all supposed to be looking for answers. How are we going to find answers if we keep on just doing this to each other? And then I saw stuff going on in X. But the stuff that I saw going on in X, because I mean, it was moved over to that platform. Whatever was going on in YouTube was continuing over in X. If you get what I'm trying to say. But X had like a hardcore crowd. Like, these people were talking about, I'm gonna find out where you live and blow your kids and stuff. Like, what?
Wow.
That's why when you see somebody acting and calling people the R word, the R-tard, you know what I mean? Because
I love that word.
Because he's got a stupid video that everybody knows it's fake. Even he knows it's fake, but he's so invested in it, he won't give up the ghost.
Sure.
That's where he lives. That's where that man lives. That's his power. And look at the people that are following him. And I have to be I have to be very careful. Look how fanatic they are. Do you get what I'm saying?
This is it. Is I don't understand where that aggressivity, is that a word? God, I don't know. I'm too 420. Is this aggressiveness that's coming with the community and just people? I thought it was from the medical intervention, the C word in the arm back. It changed people. Something changed at that time period, mate. Because I've never seen people on edge. And just people.
They've always been that way, mate.
You say that, though, is it?
They've always. It used to be bad on here. Why do you think they clamped down on it? It used to be really bad on here. I had somebody. There used to be a time when you could message somebody privately on YouTube.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I had a private, nobody can see the message. It's a message just to you, for you to see. And I had somebody tell me to put a shotgun into my head and pull the trigger, blow my brains out. That's all I'm good for. Now, so I'm telling you, man, it used to be a very toxic environment on YouTube, and YouTube's cleaning it up. And, we can winch, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful to certain aspects of YouTube. I'm not grateful to the censorship that's going down. That but anyways, that's a different subject. But X and maybe what you're seeing more so is because Elon Musk says, look, it's uncensored. People can be probably the worst version of themselves. Because
sorry, carry on.
Because they're all don't make your point.
No, sorry, you're making a point. What were you saying about over that?
No, I'm just trying that I can just end it there. That because of the freedom of censorship, you're just seeing the worst part of these people. That's all I'm trying to say. Deluded, and I don't want to call them that. You know what I mean? They're humans too. God can, you can watch, you can believe what you and who you want to believe. That's all well and good. But
I think the algorithms play a massive part on what you like and what you're interested in. For instance, things went down in Glastonbury, and that's just been popped up on my feed. There's also another YouTube video, a YouTube channel I've been watching that deals with like gore content that I used to watch years ago, and all YouTube is doing is just giving me the worst kind of content to look. It's
YouTube or X. You mean
both?
X?
No, both. No, honestly, I'm talking about both here. Because everything works with an algorithm. Don't worry, guys. We get to the topic. I think it's quite important to talk about this. The algorithm is built into our phones. It's built into my flipping PC everywhere. It's built into the internet, and it's going to pick out what you like. So if you watch negative stuff, it's going to show you negative stuff. If it shows you anti this, it's going to show you anti that. It's going to put you in a mindset. It's a bit like the mainstream media. It's putting you in a fear-based mindset. Fear, panic. For instance, I pop up on my as soon as I put up a new a search board, it comes up with MSN. I've got it right up here now, and all I'm seeing is World War III, nuclear explosion, heat wave, and how we're all going to die because it was hot for one day because it reached 32 degrees. And all it is just bad stuff I'm seeing right here now. I mean, France banned smoking outside. I mean, that's stupid, but it's just bad stuff. So it's literally, I think it don't matter what you look at, the algorithm is going to give you something bad. And depends on the thumbnail. You go, oh, that's interesting. As soon as you clicked on it, bang, it's going to give you that sort of content. So, yeah, algorithms, they know a lot about you. Then
I feel sorry then, man. I apologize to you then, man, because maybe I'm just oblivious to it.
What's that? Sorry, I was looking for
seeing all this doom and gloom.
Yeah, obviously you don't see that, but because I click on it, it keeps on bringing it up, and it keeps on showing you the bad stuff, the bad side. It's keeping you in fear. It's what's the word? Is it?
Or could it be?
Conquer?
But could it be you? Could it be you keeping yourself in fear? Because if you chose to start looking at kittens playing with yarn, then the algorithms would give you kittens playing with yarn.
Then you wouldn't
you wouldn't.
I do. In my algorithms, I've got literally kittens, and you've got a thumbnail of nearly a beheading video, and it's like, well, balance that two out, brother. You know what I mean? It's just like, or flipping cartel videos, the worst kind, and they have ufology, kittens, gardening, another beheading video. It's like,
man,
algorithms, baby. But anyway, shall I get on to today's topic?
What was it again?
Do you know what? How do you pronounce this word?
Pascagoula.
Because there's a Russian UFO sighting called Pascagoula, and this one kind of sounds familiar. But brother, bring this video up, because before I get into the actual storyline, Pascagoula. Yeah, there we go. So this is a very famous abduction, Rebecca, Pascagoula. Is that right? Anyway, doesn't matter. Hey, John, how's it going, man? Nice to see you, brother. Nice to see you. Oh, right. Interesting. Yeah, 1973. Yeah, big year for UFOs in America. So this is just a very short clip just to show you a brief background before I go into full details of this case, because this is extremely fascinating. That word. Yes, Philip Mantle. Yes,
Post Malone is the guy who researched the case.
No, Philip Mantle.
Oh, I thought you said Post Malone.
Post Malone. Yeah, Philip Mantle is the guy to check out, and I've done a lot of research, but a bit of research thanks to terrestrial materials. The terrestrial materials, Matt, you watching? Anyway, not worrying, not watching. Doesn't matter. So yeah, let's go through this. Have a little look because this is going to get juicy, man.
Almost since the beginning of time, man has wondered what secrets lie beyond the stars. One Gaucher man believes we are not alone.
Has to be a world out there somewhere. I don't know who it is. It has to be a world out there somewhere that they come from.
Right.
Regardless of where they come from, Charles Hickson and Calvin Parker say they met them here on the Pascagoula River.
We were sitting there fishing and I heard some type of hissing sound. And when I looked around, it was something that had come down behind Calvin and me, some kind of big craft. Door just appeared there like a sliding door. And two of them took hold of me by the shoulders, and one took hold of Calvin, and I saw Calvin go limp.
Once inside the craft, Hickson remembers being examined by an oblong-shaped instrument that hovered around him. He was completely paralyzed. Only his eyes could move. Hickson doesn't know how long he was there, but the unknown creatures released him sometime later, physically unharmed.
They carried me back out there and put me on the ground about where they'd pick me up from. And I heard a zipping sound again, and I looked around, and that craft was gone just like that.
Later that same evening, both Hickson and Parker told their unbelievable story to the Jackson County Sheriff's Department.
Didn't know it at that time, but they had a tape playing there. And after
right, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop there because I don't want to spoil it. I want to spoil it. So we'll get to this a little bit later. So I'm going to come out of that. I'm going to bring up some photographs first of all, because I do have like a presentation, and hopefully I won't screw it up. So
yeah,
hidden.
It wouldn't be the hidden underbelly if you didn't screw it up.
Always screws it up, mate. So yes, what we are talking about today. So what you just saw, it was one out of two people that were abducted in Pascagoula, which is known as the Pascagoula incident of 1975. Let's just bring this over here so we can see a bit better, which is the most controversial alleged alien abduction case in the United States, which took place on the evening of October the 11th, 1973 in Pascagoula, Mississippi. Yeah, so the main witnesses of the alleged abduction is Charles Hickson, age 42, and Calvin Parker, age 19. So let's get to the excuse me. Let's bring up, where should I start? Okay, this is where I balls up, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so on October the 11th, 1973, in the town of Pascagoula, Mississippi. By the way, this is not AI, this is all me. Calvin Parker and Charles Hickson, do apologize, were friends and co-workers in a shipyard. And after a hard day's work, around about 5 p.m., they drove down to their local river to unwind and to do a bit of fishing. Well, that's quite nice. I mean, that's something I would do as well. You know, sort of chill out. They found a nice little spot. Thought, do you know what? Hey, Moody, how's it going, man? How's it going? Thank you, Pascagoula. Thing is, Moody Mongrel, he splits the words up for me. Because I'm thick as pig shit, I do apologize. That's PG-13, sorry. He splits the word up for me and he put a little winky face at the end. Thank you, Moody. So basically, these two went to the river, wanted to unwind, do a bit of fishing. They found a little quiet spot, which I gathered they might have 420'd. But anyway, they had a few beers. I talked about their hard day's work. And within 30 minutes, Calvin and Charles saw a pulsating blue light in the distance of the river, and it got larger as it got closer. Now, once the light became to a certain distance between the two of the river, they saw that it was a massive craft, like a huge UFO. So as you can see here, pretty much like this, your typical standard, Bob Lazar UFO. Bear in mind, this is 1973 we're talking about here. And they said that the craft was 30 feet long and 8 feet wide, and it had two bright lights flashing on either side of the craft. And this was hovering above the water. The witnesses saying it made a buzzing sound. Now, once the craft got to dry land, three creatures got out, but these were the two witnesses. So on the left here is, oh my god, I forgot their names, Charles, and the other one is Calvin. So yeah, the blue light as they saw it in the river. I'm just going to catch up now. So once the craft came into land, three creatures came out and floated and hovered above the ground, apparently. Okay. These were 6 feet tall, like this. Pretty good artist impression, and they actually floated, actually not like walked, they literally floated above the ground. And like I said, they were 6 feet tall, and they had wrinkly skin, and their hands were connected to their shoulders. All right, so it was almost like, we'll get to that in a minute. Now their faces, right, there's a bit of an artist impression of that. Now their faces kind of look like Susan Boyle, all right, and the hand kind of looks like don't shake your head, the crab people. Remember crab people from South Park? Crab people. Okay, so the hands look like crab people. But for me, it kind of looks like Hanson from Scary Movie 2. Take my hand, John. he's about to make an appearance again. So, yeah. Anyway, back to these creatures. Yeah, they almost had like hands like crabs, right? Pinchers. So, these creatures are something I have never really heard about, because we're not talking about they're not your usual aliens, the typical gray aliens with the big heads, the long black eyes and stuff like that.
That was seen in Compton.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. These look like this. Okay, so from my description here, yeah, we got to the Susan Boyle thing. Yeah. Yes, so, I don't know why I put that on there, don't I? So the creatures had pointy noses and ears that looked like this. And their eyes seemed lifeless, and their hands looked like crabs' arms or claws. I just find that funny, But this is a pretty good artist impression of it. Look at that. Oh, drawing.
Am I jumping the gun in saying, because I don't know much about this?
Yeah.
But am I jumping the guns in saying didn't they say it was their skin was more like metal?
Yeah, they said it was a wrinkly, metalish sort of, almost glossy sort of texture, because once they get abducted, we'll talk about it in a minute. They had a bit. One of them had a closer look onto it. But what Adam is saying is here is that yes, they described the craft itself as it got closer to them. Sorry, go back to the other comment. Yes, they said it was smooth and an oval shape craft. Yeah, so not necessarily Bob Lazar. I think because I was looking at that picture, that looked like the sports model. But yeah, you are right. It's more oval shaped craft as it got closer to them. But yeah, these creatures are something else, isn't it? Really is something else. This is what's interesting. The abductees were saying that the creatures gave off a buzzing sound. They can hear a buzzing sound in their head. And these, like I said, they're not your typical gray aliens. These were basically like monster creatures. But at this point in time, so the creature was basically floating towards them, and both Charles and Calvin became paralyzed. They couldn't move or even cry for help. It was that bad. So yeah, Charles says here that at the point they thought that he was riddled with fear that made him paralyzed, but he's saying that the creature's actually done something to them to actually make him paralyzed and emotionless.
He didn't want to sound too chicken.
Yeah,
but he was paralyzed with fear, man. You see something like that, man, one or two things is happening.
Exactly, brother. Exactly. I would, yeah.
You either running, or you need some new drawers.
I know this just give me a great opportunity just to sort of like
Sorry.
360 barrel roll like Indiana Jones and just like I don't know, like kick him in the balls or something like that, you know, Jackie Chan his ass or something like that.
Does he
Anyway,
even
no, you
have
are
a-
right. I'll probably end up running, seeing that bloody
Nah,
thing running
nah,
towards us.
but well, yeah, never mind. Sorry.
Okay, no, that's cool, man. That's cool. So both of them are like paralyzed; they could not move at all. And this is the point where the creatures got up to them and actually grabbed them with their pinchy claws and brought them on board to the ship for an alien party, bruv. Yes, that's where they're 420 and not necessarily cone heads. Yeah, kind of looks like it actually, doesn't it? You know, I mean, have I got another? Here's another impression of it.
But the hands don't look like they're up against their armpits.
That's what, yeah, because it said it. The hands and arms look like they're connected to the shoulders. Sorry, the hands look like they're connected to the shoulders, which doesn't look like from here. Here's another.
And that doesn't look like it.
Well,
See,
that's
that
another impression. I don't know. That's still pretty cool though, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
So at this point, they were brought on to the craft, but as it happened, Calvin was in so much terror he actually fainted. But Charles, on the other hand, felt numb, and he felt described that he was detached from his body. Then, as they approached the craft, they said that a section of basically like a doorway that opened up, but it's almost like a portal, and almost like Charles described it as moving like metal water, like almost like mercury sort of shield. I don't know.
No.
So something like that. You know, do you understand does that make any sense what I'm saying? I want a 420 again because it's that type of episode. But yeah, that's what he's saying. He's saying basically it looked like I tell you what, typical example, Stargate.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah. So Charles recalls that he'd only move his eyes, but he was being assaulted by the bright white light and he couldn't move and couldn't see and he couldn't feel anything, but he felt trapped. He could feel the creatures surrounding him and the creatures' cold claws touching him. God. Which then Charles closed his eyes and prays for his mercy, according to Charles. So Charles woke up on a metallic table with the walls that looked like... So the walls described as they were almost like shining lights. Like the wall was almost like a light source itself. And the smell and scent... Sorry, carry on.
Could they have been holding something over him? Because didn't he... What I heard was that the light was over his head.
But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. So basically, from this point on, as he woke up, he saw the bright light surrounding him, and he can feel the creatures. Oh, sorry, I said that already. Yeah. So the smell and scent in the room was like the ozone layer after being hit by like a lightning strike. Anyone wants to know what the ozone layer smells like? Almost like a steak, but if you got a geranium plant outside in your garden, a geranium, and you rub the leaves or cut it, it's got that smell, and that's what the ozone layer smells like. And it's kind of like a ammonia sort of smell, can be. It's a very distinct smell, but apparently that's what was given off in the craft itself. So Calvin, apologies, then woke up of the smell of ammonia. And once he opened his eyes, he saw a female alien looking over him, but the alien looked different to the other creatures. Now, these were like, I haven't got a photograph here, but these a bit like your typical grey aliens, you know, but it was more female looking, more humanoid looking, but a touch of like, you know, just imagine a grey alien crossed between a sexy woman. Brother, these sexy women aliens keep popping up, and he seems to be like jacking off these people for some odd reason. I'm getting jealous. So anyway, back to the show. Ducks me, please. So Calvin woke up with the smell of ammonia. He opened his eye to see this sexy alien. God knows what he's doing to him. Oh, we'll get to that in a minute. And the alien creature gave off, what's the word here? Telekinesis. What's the word hidden?
Telepathic.
Yeah, they're basically saying to him, says, look,
Telepathy.
Don't fear. Telepathy, that's it. So basically saying, look, don't fear, stay still, everything is going to be fine, which seems to be a very recurring thing you've been hearing throughout abductions, isn't it? You know, and so he's basically saying that everything is okay and everything is safe. Don't worry. Have a spliff, 420 with me, which I definitely would if I ever came across an alien, especially a sexy female alien. 420 on that one. So Calvin didn't. He felt dread, and whilst they're examining him, he felt a certain pressure over his body. So the alien was doing something, God knows, with his bloody fingers. And then the alien stepped back and once again telepathically said to Calvin, "I'm not going to hurt you." And then the alien
Hurt him.
wait. So the alien then slid her hand down Calvin's cheek and then opened his mouth open. And with the other hand of the alien, the middle finger actually changed and morphed into an actual device, an instrument. And that instrument got shoved.
Which alien?
This is
Which
the female sexy alien that's been like giving him like all pressure things all over his body.
She's the one that had her finger change into some sort of device.
That's right. And basically forced open his mouth and then shoved basically her device mangled finger into his mouth. And apparently he felt like it was going up into his nostrils. And also doing so, yeah, 420. Definitely, it's the type of episode where you got 420.
No, that makes some sense in that way.
Yeah. So at this point, this device went up his nose into the nasal cavity. He tried screaming, but he couldn't. Charles. So we're moving on. So that was Calvin. So Charles is in the other room experiencing the same ordeal. Now the crab people, which is obviously these beings that you're seeing right here, started to examine Charles, which he described as being robotic. So these creatures kind of look like robots as they moved. These I spelled this wrong. They also use telepathic communications to Charles, not to get stressed or I screwed that phrase up there. But basically saying to him, says, look, chill, man. 420 with me is all good. We're not going to hurt you. I'm not going to hurt you. But then a small floating ball was seen over his head. And, oh, man. Yes. If you eat enough shrooms like that, Nikki, 100%, you will have that sort of experience. So basically from this point, a big floating ball, a bit like in Star Wars. Remember episode 4? The big ball that examined Princess Leia, you know?
I'm not a Star Wars fan. I hate to tell you.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I can't look at you the same way then. Sorry. I'm ending the show right now.
I enjoy Star Trek.
Are you in Star Trek? Oh, I don't like Star Trek. I'm more of a Star Wars, old school Star Wars. But anyway, back to the show. So yeah, this floating ball kind of looks like something out of Star Wars, basically. And this was over. I was over Charles, and it was basically scanning his body, looking through his brain and everything, and it was moving up and down. So both abductees describe other aliens examining him and objects like consoles and holographic images that were basically shown in the air that described looking like hieroglyphics. Is that a word?
Hieroglyphics.
Don't judge. I can't say the word. Or is it hieroglyphics? Hieroglyphics. Right, you got it right because I can't. That's the only word I cannot say. Hieroglyphics. Is that right?
Yeah, you got it.
Yes, thank God for that. So Charles and Calvin said that the craft felt like. Oh no, my bad. So yeah, the whole experience, they thought it was a dream. Now, a lot of alien abduction cases could be
and 420.
And 420, yes. A more dreamlike state, which, well, I've heard that it can, like a very deep sleep, and you're dreaming about aliens, you kind of contribute that to actually being abducted. I'm not saying this is the actual case, but we'll get to where something gets quite interesting afterwards. So let's go back to Charles and Calvin. They regained consciousness back at the pier bank. All right. So they're back at the river bank and they were confused and disorientated. They calculated the time they went missing and it was about 20 minutes. All right. So they grabbed their belongings and they fled out of the river. They're like, sod this. I'm getting out of there. Yes, brother. Absolutely. So the two wanted to report what they've seen because they were obviously very shocked. So they wanted to go to the authorities. So their first instinct was to contact the Chaucer Air Force Base, which was located a short time away. But instead, they went to the office. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. I lost my train of thought here. Yes. So they went to their local sheriff's office. Do apologize. So they had no luck going to the Chaucer Air Force Base because they said, well, they're not really going to take it seriously because look, it's something that we don't really deal with. So they went down to,
would you?
what do you expect, isn't it? When you look at it. So they went to Jackson County Sheriff's Office instead, which is their local sheriff department, where they met with the sheriff and they said, look, this has happened to us. Obviously, they were very, very shocked. Obviously, and the sheriff, I should say, said, look, you guys are like, obviously you're shocked and you've gone through something, coming for an interview. But at the same time, the deputy sheriff actually called another officer called Sheriff Fred Diamond. Okay. And then he came down to the station to engage with the two abductees here. Now, Diamond himself thought these two men were obviously drunk because Hickson, which is Charles Hickson, admitted to drinking whiskey just after the incident because obviously he just sort of calmed his nerves. So he's associated that of him actually being drunk. Obviously, these two men drinking. However, Diamond, this is it. It's 1973. We're all drinking at that sort of time. I assume
2025. I still don't blame you. You've gone through something like that. Man, I need some rum. Get me some rum.
However, Diamond suggests that all they have. However, Diamond suggested for them to all have a short break. Obviously, they've been interrogated, and Sheriff Diamond had a real good plan up their sleeve because they actually recorded the interview. But what Calvin and Charles didn't realize is that the tape recorder with the microphone was still recording whilst the sheriff left the room. And this was the whole plan to say, right, these guys are obviously lying and we're going to catch them out in it. Yeah. But when the sheriff reviewed the tape, you can hear them saying, one of them starts crying. They've obviously are traumatized. And we actually have the recording of it. This is why I stopped the video, okay? And this is where I stopped from there because I wanted to find out afterwards because we've got videos and everything. So we've got, out of all the abduction cases, this is, I find, extremely fascinating. This is why I picked this one first because you do have the tapes of.
You're saying there's going to be more?
Yeah, I want to do some more, mate. Yeah, like Travis.
I'm looking forward to this.
Like Travis, oh my God, Travis Waters. I want to do all that. Yeah, we've got to get to it because it's part of ufology. But I thought, let's stick with this one first because it's got quite something. Now, the videotapes we do have, I'll try to find a transcript for it. It's a bit difficult. So I'm going to bring up the video that I just played during the beginning. And there is a transcript in that, and we can basically go through it. But it's true, guys. There is really something to this. These guys definitely did see something. And for them to actually go to the police, obviously we're talking about the cops here in America. Bolton, yes, DW, thank you. Hey, DW, how's it going, man? Yes, Travis Walton case, that's it. Yeah, sorry, brain fart went right in my head.
Is that the fire in the sky dude?
That's the guy, yeah, the logo, which is really interesting.
I don't know nothing about that one either.
Well, I just
know he's I like this stuff, man.
Especially it's good.
Yeah, I like it.
So yeah.
I like to ask my questions while they're going on. That's why I don't mean to interrupt you. But because I've never heard of this.
No, that's cool, man.
We're at the point of the police station, but like these guys now, they're claiming what now? Altogether, there's two of these metal thingy
aliens.
Three of them.
Three. There's three of them and one female hybrid. You want to
board.
say?
Yeah. And Charles did have marks on his arms from the whole deal.
See, I wanted to ask this before, but I think, can I ask it now? Is there any other kind of physical evidence along with this, or should I wait and all will be revealed?
Let's wait, and hopefully all will be revealed, because I do have a lot. It's interesting. I tell you what, if you want more information on this, check out Peter Mansell.
Check out the hidden underbelly.
Yeah, and the hidden underbelly.
Nah.
But yeah, the Philip Mansell has done a lot of research. He's the only one into this. The girl was Maria Orsic, Nick Germans again. Oh, Maria Orsic. Oh, I tell you what, I could do a Maria Orsic episode on Friday. I don't know. I know. We'll see. Maria Orsic, because man, people get bonus for her. Woo! My God, she's like the body blue of German flying saucers. My golly. But
she didn't really exist.
She don't exist. She don't exist. Like literally, the amount of times I have to say this to people, I'm like, look, I've researched into this. I've looked into, like, people have actually looked into, like, old German archives. There is no mention of her anywhere, like literally anywhere, even through Vril, going back, 120 years. Back in the late. No mention of her. The first mention of her was in this book here. Not that one. It's the other one. The Birth of German Flying Saucers. What was that? Vril Project. In fact, Maria Orsic was not part of the Vril Society. Just to prove a point, she was part of the Tula Gesellschaft. Would you like to see a photograph of the stunning Maria Orsic? I'm talking about Maria Orsic now. God damn you, Bunchu Saxon.
She doesn't exist. So yeah. Therefore, Fergo, the picture ain't real. So we're looking at an interpretation of her.
Exactly. Fake photographs and all that. Yeah. But yeah, there he is. That's, if you want to see the first picture of Maria Orsic, there she is. There. Hold on. There you go. There's your pretty woman. There we go. See? And it says there, she was part of the Tula Gesellschaft, and Sigrun was part of the Vril Society. Do research. I'm sorry, I don't want to be aggressive. Happy Ufology Day, everyone. It's all about aliens and spooky dooky stuff.
That ain't really a thing, Nick. I made that up.
How dare you? Just made me look like a complete idiot.
No, I didn't make it up.
But no, honestly, go back to the Pascagoula case. I find it really interesting because, like I said, it's one of those topics that abduction, yeah, I'm a bit 50-50. Not denying it. I'm not denying it at all. But it's the tapes, and the guys seem to be really interested.
That's what I'm saying. That's kind of like, because I don't take nothing off the shelf on this crazy world that we're on. I don't. And there's too many people that sing the same story. In my opinion, there's no way they could have colluded. They're all over different places, and they're saying basically the same thing.
Regurgitating what they've heard on the internet.
Not necessarily, because there was no internet back in the 70s and 80s.
Books. What I've got here.
Okay.
And when you look at it, conferences.
I don't. Well, never mind then.
You were going something there. I was like, come on, give it to me. Nick loves her. Once you Saxon, if she was real. Look, if there was, this is going to sound really controversial with me. If there was a person that looked like Maria Orsic, her name is, I've got to say name, Marina Serene, and that's it. I'm just going to leave it there. Let's move on.
Let's move on. Have we got something to play then? Because you said
got there. Wait for you to bring it up. It's right there.
Sorry. I'm too busy getting on with the 420.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I'm gonna 420 as well. Obviously, step out.
I heard your grinder going.
Did you? It was quite close to the mic, wasn't it? Right, let's play the rest of this because you're going to hear the audio from the two guys. Now, obviously, these two have passed away. Charles here has come forward, but Calvin, the other guy who was the younger chap, who was 19 at the time, he became really recluse and he never talked about it. So I got a load of videos to bring up about this case. I find it really interesting, and happy 420 to everyone. Absolutely one true section. I'm going to do that right now, and let's get on with this video. And yeah, let's have a little listen.
They listened to after they brought us out of that room and listened to that tape, then they decided something had happened to us.
Until now, that tape has never been aired on television. The tape shows just how scared the two men were just hours after being allegedly abducted.
I like had a heart attack, man. I ain't I come one down me, two down. It scared me to death too, something. I just laying there crying right now. I can't tell you. I'm telling you, man, I couldn't take much more of that. I can tell you, I gotta get home, get to bed, or get some nerve pills or something, see the doctor or something. I can't stand it. I'm about to go all crazy.
Listen to Charles's original description of the craft's lighting compared to his description 27 years later.
And a blue light, look in the sky, see a blue light, you know, it calls your attention to it. You couldn't tell, so it was just circling.
It was either flashing or pulsating. I don't know which it was, but it was bluish.
Charles's son Eddie admits at first he couldn't believe his father's story either. Eddie says he became a believer after hearing his father tell the exact same story time and time again.
Daddy's taken numerous polygraphs, been under hypnosis. I understand it's almost impossible to lie under hypnosis, and it's never changed.
Since the alien contact, Hickson has published a book.
Right, okay. Guess who passed the polygraph test?
Me.
Did you? Right. Gary Ridgway. So Gary Ridgway and John Wayne Gacy, two of America's worst serial killers. So Gary Ridgway is otherwise known as the Green River Killer, killed over 50 prostitutes, and he passed the lie detector test. Okay, so you can pass it. So did John Wayne Gacy when they found he had 23 boys buried underneath his basement.
Just always remember this, yeah. The polygraph test, yeah. This is why it's not allowed in court. It's
for that very reason. It's because
it's accuracy.
You're a psychopath. Yeah, it's accuracy. Yeah,
its accuracy rate is at is it 60%? Accuracy. It's very low.
Right. Okay.
Look it up if you can.
Well, yeah, but if you got a psychopath, mentalist, serial killer, he's got no emotions, so that's
it. So you don't have to be that kind of person. Just that's how you fool it. Yeah. Emotionless.
Exactly.
But a lot of them, not necessarily. It doesn't mean because operatives are trained to pass it. That's how come they learn. That's how come they learn breathing techniques and stuff.
Gotcha. Right.
Or how to bite their inner mouth, so you can give it wrong readings.
Right. Interesting.
So
right.
So polygraph test. Jeremy Cobb ruined a lot of people's lives over that bullshit.
No idea who he is, mate.
Oh yeah. We're not that. You're not from that area, but never mind.
Cool.
Look at his own expense and still lives modestly in Goche. Calvin Parker hasn't spoken publicly about the event in years. Hickson says he understands why people have trouble believing his story, but he firmly believes the truth about alien existence will be revealed one day in the near future.
Spooky music.
Guess what, brother? This is the near future. We're in the near future now, and it has not been revealed. So you're going to be waiting.
This is it. We're still there, mate. We're still there. We still got Stephen Greer and Heine Musan and paper mache aliens. So yeah, go figure. Right. Let's I tell you what. Let's bring up. Have you heard of a YouTube channel called Oh, do you know what? Because I wasn't sure if you had to play it. Sorry, Hidden. 2 seconds. I've got a video I want to bring up.
That's all right. Happy 420.
Happy 420, everyone. Happy 420. Where are you two? Where the hell are you two? I've got like 10 videos to show.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna. All right, I haven't been paying attention because I've been rolling. But anyways, happy World UFO Day. It's the one. It's the one time. Just think of your Independence Day movie. I don't know. When we finish this, should we talk about what's a good UFO movie? Have you ever watched a good one?
Well, recently, old one.
What one that you like?
Ooh. I tell you what, I'm not too sure on that one, mate. I'm going to bring this one up because there's like a pretty hot news anchor on here. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about her on the left. I ain't got it up yet. Come on, there we go. So this is a further update. So let's find out what's been going on recently, because the topic actually came in back into the news round about 6 years ago. So listen.
An alien abduction on the Pascagoula River.
You may have heard this story from the 70s. Two men fishing on the river say aliens grabbed them.
Now, 45 years later, for the first time, a witness is coming forward saying she saw this alien encounter.
It scared the living hell out of you. I still sometimes have a few nightmares about it. I really think that I was abducted by some kind of life form from another planet.
Calvin Parker is sticking by his story.
Oh, he's come forward. Fair enough.
On October 11th, 1973, he and now deceased Charles Hickson say while fishing, they were pulled onto a spacecraft, examined, and then put back down. Their story has made Pascagoula known around the world.
They'll say, oh, that's where that UFO encounter was.
Rebecca Davis welcomes the attention. She's working to place a historical marker.
Looks like she just had a bong
the
hit.
alleged abduction occurred.
It's time to bring these things out
Look.
and be proud of them.
Yes, isn't it?
Wait, man, I'm going to be on TV. Grab my glasses.
On the same October 1973 night, not far from where the marker will be placed on the east bank of the river, Maria Blair was waiting with her husband, Jerry Blair, for him to leave on a boat to work offshore. What she saw that night is something she's telling for the first time publicly.
It was a warm night. It was like 70, 73 degrees. And so it was kind of easy to sit in the car and just wait for the captain to get there.
While they were waiting, Jerry went to sleep, and Maria saw what she describes as strange, a blue light streaking back and forth.
You're looking up at the sky and you're looking at stars and you're looking for the Big Dipper and all kinds of things. And that's when I seen it rise up in the sky over here. Where I seen it come up was probably over in this area somewhere, the blue light. And it was over, just like I said, right over where they were.
Got to try and get into the yacht.
She thought it was a
do you reckon she's riding the subject?
I don't know. They often do. They often do return to the same place, don't they? So who knows?
We don't think it's UFO.
The blue light continued moving without noticeable sound for about 30 minutes. And when it went out of sight,
we hear this loud water, just like something just fell in the water. It was a loud splash. The water just riffling, and then when I looked down, that's when I seen it look like a person in the water. I'm looking right below me.
Maria still doesn't know what she saw in the water, and didn't.
That somebody threw a body off the bridge.
When she heard about what Parker and Hickson had told the Jackson County Sheriff's Department.
I was watching two men being abducted by a UFO.
Despite believing what she saw was a UFO, she never talked about it to anyone except her family. Maria's husband wanted her to keep quiet.
When she would
Damn
talk about
right.
it, I'd tell her to shut up. I said, people gonna think you're crazy.
But after seeing a recent media report about the abduction, Maria got the courage to come forward. Her motivation to give Calvin Parker and Charles Hickson's story validation.
I
So
always
sh-
wanted to
whoa.
talk to them, just them.
What?
So she's saying she was an independent witness and she watched them get abducted.
Yeah, yeah. After all those years, yeah.
I get that. No, I get that.
And just see, let them know that I knew that they weren't lying, because they weren't lying.
In 1973, Maria Blair and Calvin Parker were separated by a river. Now, with a 45-year-old secret washed under the bridge, Maria met Calvin face to face for the first time.
How are you? Good to see you.
Hello, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, well. It's
How
my
you
husband,
doing?
Jerry.
Last time I
Nice
saw
to
you
meet
was
you.
on Johnny Carter.
Yeah,
When was that? About 74, 75?
75. We've been friends. We just didn't
No,
know
we
it.
just didn't know it. That's right.
It didn't take long.
Ain't that sweet,
Conversation
man?
that
Johnny
turned-
I
Carson.
tell you what, happy UFO day, everyone, because yeah, that's bringing a warmth to my cockles, a warmth to my heart.
No, that's really cool.
It's nice,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
burnt right in my mind
That
that
is
night.
mine, too.
I seen it
Mine
go up
too.
from right here. That's when I seen it in the air with
Uh-huh.
the blue light, and it took off that way, and it followed along that river.
Calvin's story has been questioned and doubted for most of his life. He says he had lost all hope of a witness coming forward, but now he and Maria both have a sense of relief.
I want
I'm
to
so
thank you
glad.
for coming forward.
I can now put my mind at ease that I've told what I knew.
Before I die, I'll at least have somebody that come forward and ease my mind a little bit.
3 people
Aw.
have now told their stories of the UFO on the Pascagoula River. Calvin Parker has written a book about it, and he doesn't think these will be the last stories told of extraterrestrial life on Earth.
It's foolish to look up in the
Certainly
sky
ain't.
and
Come
all
on.
these stars, and all these stars has got planets around them, and think that we're the only life.
All right, so there's a different take on it.
That was quite the story. I'm impressed. I don't really know what to think.
Yeah, well, it is up for interpretation
It
there.
is.
Now, plans are in the works to unveil the historical marker I talked about there in the story on the banks of the Pascagoula River with a ceremony in June. The marker will say the Pascagoula UFO story remains the best documented case of alien abduction.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind being abducted by her, but anyway. But yeah, there we go. That's interesting, isn't it? That's a nice, happy story, isn't it? Isn't that nice?
Just, the only fault I could say is she should have come forward sooner. But yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
How
Whether or
long
not
ago was that? Because
that
she
was
did
about
make
6 years ago.
yeah. Better late than never, though, man, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a shame.
yeah.
It's a shame the old boy weren't around to hear his vindication. But that's pretty cool that she saw it. She saw it happening.
Yeah, yeah. I don't look. The skeptics out there would be like, "Wow, she's obviously getting on the grift and all that because she just wants a bit of 5 minutes of fame." It's like, look, not everyone is like that. You can't treat everyone like that. Like, she seemed genuine, and to be honest with you, it put a smile on my face. And we need that in ufology at the moment. That was nice. Actually, I didn't even watch the whole thing all the way through. I just watched the first 10 seconds of it. I'm like, yep, that'll do. We'll play that. But it actually turned out to be a really nice story. There we go.
Well,
Happy 420.
I wouldn't know. What was that? Hold on. I'm trying to catch you, man.
There was 2 more across the water where the abducted also. One only found out on the deathbed. Think his wife mind was wiped. Oh, okay. 2 more. Okay. Well, how come I never heard of that then? It might be up in one of my videos I have here. I got some old videos. Do you want some new ones? Well, say newish, but.
Well, let's take a look at the newish one, because that surely would have later information that maybe the older ones don't have. You get what I mean?
Yeah,
You feel me, bro?
I feel you, brother. Hold
Then you feel how I flow.
on.
Happy 420 day.
Absolutely.
Well, while you're looking for that, can I just say real quick? One of my favorite UFO movies is a film called Extraterrestrial.
Oh, Extraterrestrial.
Have you ever seen it?
No, I can't say how, brother. No.
It's about an abduction, but it's really
All right.
well, not just a abduction, but it's pretty cool. If you guys haven't seen it,
When did it come out?
no, not ET, Extraterrestrial.
Oh, Extraterrestrial.
Not ET, not ET. Question for both of you. Oh.
How would one track UFOs? Well, if you want to go with the C5 aspect, which I'm 50-50 on, that I suppose if you take enough shrooms and if you meditate good enough, maybe you could conjure up something. Like me and Hidden says, it's, you would consider that as channeling. I think you've got to be really careful on what you're opening up, because you can, and Hidden, you can open up portals, but any entities, unwelcome entities, I should say, and it could be any types, not nice ones. Could be good, can be evil ones, so just be careful of that stuff. The best question for answer, I'm 420 too hard. Nikki, for you, the question on that, the answer of that, I should say, just keep looking up. Keep looking up. As a frequent sky watcher, for instance, I thought I saw a UFO today, and it was moving really slowly. And then I zoomed in my camera. It was a flipping aircraft. Look, I've been sky watching for a long time, and I still make mistakes. I still make mistakes big time. I thought I saw the Starlink satellite, but it was just separated. It wasn't one in individual lines, going through individual dots. It was separated. I thought that's a bit odd. It's one of the things. But if you just keep going, it's a bit like when you go and ghost hunting. There is real ghosts, but not everything you capture in a camcorder or photograph is going to be a ghost. You've got to keep doing it, keep going. Eventually, you will find gold. It just takes time, a lot of time. Hayden?
I just want to say, have you seen the movie One True Saxon? Because the ending was
what, E.T.?
Extraterrestrial, not E.T.
Okay.
It is a scary movie.
Oh, it's a scary movie, right? It's not.
No, but it's about aliens. It's probably one of the better ones because it is scary.
I know, man. One True Saxon says, "Yeah, I can't even speak properly." It's what happens when you're 420 too hard, man. I got some banging stuff. It's like, oh, whew. It's it's the bomb, man. So yeah, in terms of videos, bring it up, brother. I've got it here ready for you. This is a more up-to-date video. It's 6 minutes long.
Who's this from?
Do you want to double check without you, brother? Someone called Son Harold.
Son Harold.
Yeah.
Well, Son Harold, thank you for letting us use your material.
Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to skip ahead here. All right. Yes, this is for educational purposes. And yeah, happy 420. I'm wrecked.
It's a good movie, man.
The man on the phone was Charlie Hickson, a shipyard foreman who was fishing that night with Calvin Parker, an 18-year-old fresh to the Mississippi Gulf Coast.
I told him, I said, look, stay right there. I'm going to come over there and talk with you about this thing.
Calvin was visibly shook up. I mean, he was visibly, it wasn't like it was a joke and he was smirking or something like that. He was upset.
Deputies were skeptical of Charlie and Calvin. Think about it. Abducted by a UFO? So they put them in a room together with a voice-activated recorder hidden in a drawer.
I figured when I left the room, shut the door, they'd say, "Oh boy, we got them people fooled," but they didn't. That boy was climbing the wall. He was scared to death. He kept telling Charles, "Don't talk to them, and people come back and get us." But the news broke, and people was calling from everywhere.
Pascagoula had suddenly exploded into the national spotlight, literally overnight. The men went back to work the next day, but so many calls came in, they had to leave. Demands for interviews started. People on the coast became alien crazed, looking skyward for weeks.
Charles talked very readily about it. Calvin kind of dropped off a little bit, and I don't really know what happened to him, but he was not a big spokesman.
Calvin got freaked out, plain and simple.
The attention, sudden and intense, didn't suit Calvin. He just wanted to go home to the country. He dropped out, for the most part.
Hey, thank you, Paul.
45
How's it going? Nice to see you.
Until now.
Well spotted. I was listening to that.
I was as well. Nice to see you, brother.
About a football length field of water edge of the river.
100 yards?
Yeah, 100 yards. So it's probably close to in here. I
Can
was
you grab
looking
that, Nick?
across
Yeah, I can do
at
that.
the old
Are you too stuck? Maybe I should try and grab it.
Noah ship that used to sit in there. That's when it landed behind us.
Can we play it after this?
We turned around, stood up, turned
Yeah,
around,
want
looked,
to.
and must have been the door that opened where all the bright lights come out.
Is it something to do with this though?
Yeah, some
When they
Pascagoula,
turned me
yeah.
loose,
Thank you,
I got
Rory.
my
Cheers,
car
brother.
and left. I
Thank
went
you.
back home, and I
Another
didn't
witness.
come back.
Awesome.
What
Whoa,
It
gnarly.
sounded like you might have been a little annoyed with Charlie, that maybe Charlie had leaked it. And because Charlie made a life out of this.
It really teed me off at him. I mean, I was upset at Charlie because I didn't want Charlie to go public with it. I darn sure didn't want to be public with it. And Charlie told me he wasn't going public, and he took it and ran with it. And seemed like every time a camera flashed, he was in front of it. Every time there was a conference, he was at the conference.
So I guess this is Calvin, the other guy.
But I wanted to ask you too, you know, it was so poignant to me, your reaction afterwards, to gather up all your clothes and throw it all away and to wash yourself with bleach.
I just knew, to me, now they didn't look right. They looked like something was wrong.
The aliens?
Right. And I just knew that maybe they had brought some kind of disease, a bacteria down, or some kind of radiation.
But you had nobody to talk to about it.
No,
or to deal
Charlie's
with.
only one. He acted like he could care less. So I was thinking to myself, I don't want to kill a lot of people off. So when we got home at night, I took all my clothes off, put them in a bag, even my shoes, and put them in a bag, and I threw them away after I took my bath.
What did happen afterwards? Because, you know, fame, this sort of instant fame, how it changed your life.
If I had wanted my life to be an open book, I would have opened it up before then. I wanted to get a job, retire at the same job, I'll pay on a house all my life, pay on a car all my life, and do normal things. But nothing was normal about the way my life ended up.
That boy was upset. And you don't get upset by nothing. And he wasn't playing either. And if he was acting, he should have been in Hollywood because he was putting on a good show.
And it's statements like that where you got to go, okay, hold on, let's just take a step back. Let's not be too skeptical on this. I think there really is something into this. And I find this quite fascinating. I really do. This case is extremely interesting. Right, this is the one that Rotary. Yeah, thank you, Rotary, for bringing this up. This is the other video, mate. We want to bring this up. Got it to the timestamp there.
I was muted. I was there talking to you. All right.
Oh, was you? Yeah.
All right. Before we bring this up, though. Hello? There we go. Before we bring this up, was there any physical evidence? Because all I'm hearing now is the evidence, and what they're saying is pretty convincing, is about the tape in the room when they thought they were alone. But was there any physical evidence? Like, did they have any burns or?
That I am not too sure. I should have actually done.
It's a shame they bleached their clothes.
Yeah, they did, didn't they? Yeah, because they didn't do that with Betty Barney Hill. Okay, let's click. You got the video up? Hey, how's it going, man? Philosopher thinker. Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you.
I do ask good questions every now and again.
Awesome.
But at that time they didn't know what it was, and later they did. But
sorry.
So Phillips gave me the phone number of the mother, and I called her, and she said that what they had observed was that they were sitting on. Well, the husband was going to go out on a ship working, and they were sitting in the dock because the ship was going to come in. It was late, or the person that the captain or whoever, his supervisor, I think, was late. And so they were sitting there waiting, and the man went to sleep. Well, the wife said she saw this, what she considered to be an airplane, and it was just flying around, but it didn't go anyplace. It just go here and go there. And she kept saying, well, the pilot was lost. I mean, the pilot didn't know where he was going. He was confused. And then she said that her husband said, we'll walk on down the pier and go to the boat. And so they walked down the pier, and her husband was ahead of her. And she said that as they were walking down, that this thing that looked like a man flopped up on the pier right in front of her, right beside her, and then flopped down the water and never came up again. And she was very, very emotional about that. But then she said it was about 9 o'clock, and they went on down to the boat. And then she said later she came back to the car, and she said it was 12 o'clock, and I wondered what on earth they were doing in the boat for that long. And she said she was really, really, really scared, and she ran all the way back to the car. Well, I interviewed her several more times, and I was trying to find out why she was so emotional about this thing that flopped out in front of her. And boy, I mean, she was really scared and really emotional, but she didn't seem to have any idea why. And her husband is sort of skeptical. And I talked to him briefly, and he thought, he was saying nothing happened. This was, nothing. Maybe it was a porpoise or something, and maybe a blimp was flying around or something. And then unfortunately, he became very sick, and very unfortunately, he died. But before he died, he said he wanted to get something off his chest. And he told her that they had been abducted, and that he apparently knew about it. I mean, he didn't want to say anything because he was a working person. He didn't want to get fired, and, he needed his job and everything. And so he hadn't talked about it before. But he said he remembered the beings, and he apparently had been in contact with them before that, but he never told her anything about it. So he described an abduction where he was on board.
Let's go, man. I see you.
And it apparently was about the same. It was apparently, they thought it was after the Calvin and Charlie abduction, but they weren't sure. And then that he called one of them the doctor, and she thought that he didn't like this man, this whatever the thing was, and that maybe he'd done something physical to him or something.
No, exactly. And I had a chance to speak with Maria on Friday. She doesn't use internet, so we did it by telephone. But it was a fascinating conversation because, tell me if I'm right, the the detail from Maria's side, Jerry apparently knew much more than Maria could recall about all of this. And he, of course, wanted to unburden himself before his sad departure, which he did. And then Maria was put under hypnotic regression herself, and more came out about that, about it all. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty spooky. One thing about it was, I don't think if she didn't remember very well of being on board. She said she opened her eyes a little bit when she was when she was outside, but she said they asked her why the things were here, and she said, well, they wanted eggs, and they wanted her eggs.
Okay, well, that is a very good point to get into. Just a little clip from the conversation that I had with Maria. I did half an hour with Maria. I will put it on my podcast within the next week, but this is just 2 minutes of the conversation I had on Friday with Maria Blair.
I just didn't want them being around me. I didn't want them touching me. I just want them to go on, leave me alone, but that didn't happen. I still feel scared about it because it was something that happened so suddenly, and I didn't know what they were. My husband did, but I didn't. And I was only like 23 years old at the time. So the world was still new to me out there, and seeing something like that was really shocking. And could I have it happen again? No, I wouldn't.
If they were harvesting DNA material from human beings, and from you in particular, I'm sure you have, but have you ever over the years given thought to the fact that there might be some hybrid human / alien person walking around that has elements of you in it?
Definitely. And I'm pretty sure there probably is. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that they did get some of my eggs, and I'm pretty sure that things happened that I don't know. There's something in my mind that I know something happened or something went on that I can't just put my finger on and place it. It's just there, but I just can't know what it is. It's like being kept from me. And I always thought that my husband knew exactly what happened to me, but I still say he kept things from me for all them years. Because he knew, because he was alert. He was alert to what was going on. I wasn't. They kept me under, and he was. I still say he still knows something that when he died, he didn't tell me. I still think that.
That's interesting. Science evidence for Maria also harvested some of mine.
I wasn't going to bring it up because I didn't want you to know.
Yeah, but nevertheless, thanks, Rotary, for putting this into the chat. This is really interesting.
Yeah.
There seems to be some sort of connection here, isn't there?
But they're unsure if it was at the same time frame or a different, somewhere in that year, wasn't it? But they don't know if it was the same exact when it happened to them. Is that what I'm gathering? She said.
Yeah. I believe so. Yeah.
But who knows? Harvesting the eggs are.
Sorry, someone brought up Diddy, and I just googled Diddy and just seen what the verdict of his trial was. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry, I was.
Well, I'll say this: it was a very peculiar thing because he's the only guy that I know of, that I ever heard of, that got charged with RICO as a single entity. One of his charges was under. He got charged under the RICO Act. Now, the RICO Act, obviously, you know what it is. So, I always thought that was bizarre. He's getting charged. So, who's his cohorts then? But never mind.
No one's gonna find out.
I reckon he's getting time served.
Yeah, probably not. He's got money. He can pay off. But yeah, interesting to see what the outcome would be.
It don't even matter. The two heavy charges, he got not found guilty. I'm not going to say it, but the two heavy charges, the ones that would have got him banged up, he ain't guilty on. So a court of his jury of his peers found.
Yeah.
But they found him guilty on two lesser charges, which he could get time served. That's not out the window there, man.
Possibility, yeah, possibility. But anyway, yeah, back to this
No
case.
matter what, them parties are gonna be on when he's out.
Bring back the baby oil, baby. Bring back the baby oil, and his dildos as well. The dildos.
Let's get going.
Yeah, I knew as soon as I said that, I knew we were going to get moving on. But yeah, nevertheless, this is a really interesting case in terms of what really went down, and the people seem to be quite genuine. I got a really old school sort of video if you want me to bring up, man. What do you reckon?
I don't know
Yay
what
or
you-
nay?
So, but she can't see. Do you have it? But there still weren't no physical evidence.
No, right. So I did I did. If I would have found physical evidence, I would have put it in there, and I couldn't really find anything. So I just literally put it into Chat GPT because I'm that much of a researcher, ufologist. But honestly, I couldn't find anything as physical evidence. So I put it into Chat GPT, and it says here, no trace of evidence from the scene. The supposed abduction site near Pascagoula River was not found to contain any unusual radiation, depression, or craft-related debris. No photos or radar data supports the appearance of the craft in the area that night. Well, obviously we know they don't really come up on radar and stuff like that. But in terms of physical evidence, I do believe Charles said there were indentations in his arm, but I couldn't really find any photographs of that as such. So going back to your question, Hidden, the answer to that is no. No, there is not.
It's still not a bad tell.
No, it's not. It's not. I think it's really good. I think it's really, really good. This is why I picked it, because I thought actually there's something to this. Due to the transcripts of the audio conversation, which I do have here. Do you want me to play it at all?
What do you mean when
the audio recording?
When they didn't know they were being recorded.
Yeah, I've got it. Do you want to listen to it? It's a bit difficult to hear, but we'll play a little bit of it.
All right, let's see how bad it is. I'm more interested in the creatures, though, man, because like the one said it was more like robotic, wasn't it? His movements were robotic.
I passed out.
Yeah, we'll get to the creatures in a minute. Sorry, I'm just bringing this video. Okay, fantastic. We've got it all up here. Might be a bit difficult to hear, guys. All right. Thank you for Eyes on Cinema for letting us use this video.
Thank you very much.
Can you hear it? Can't hear it in it. You can't really hear it. Do you want to continue? Go on then.
You hear about something like that, but you can't believe it. Yeah, you hear that. I know. I know. There ain't something the United States could have up there. No, it's good. That wouldn't done what we see. What we see. It's something, and the Air Force and all know it's up there too, see. And this ain't gonna be the only time this gonna happen again. This shit's like that heart attack now, ain't she? I know. I come one down and she died. Scared me to death too, something. I just laying there crying right now. I can't tell you. It's something you can't get over in a lifetime, see. Jesus Christ. That's what I thought. I had been through enough of hell on this earth, and now
Merry Christmas. I don't know. Are you hearing this?
They could have done anything to us if they didn't hurt me. Why they just take that? I don't know. I can't stand it. I'm after all the things I'll take you by the, when they get through us, we'll go by the burn. I'll get you something to shut you down with so you get some damn sleep. I can sleep that like it is that. I understand you're crazy. But yeah, when he brought you out of that damn thing, and when he brought me out, I like to know where the hell you know. God damn, I like to know where the hell got you straightened out, man. I didn't know it. I remember my heart. They just froze out just like that. I couldn't move it. Just like I stepped on a damn wall. No, they didn't do me that way, though. Oh, Lord have mercy. I passed out. I passed out. That's the first time I ever passed out in my life. You shouldn't need medical letters.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult ether, isn't it?
Yeah. It's painfully difficult. Maybe AI might, I don't know.
I don't know, so you know, because I never had to wake up and start breathing down right. I wake up and start breathing down right. Listen, I mean, I see.
Is he saying they're looking for a way to stop the bleeding?
You see how that door come in on that same side? I don't know how to open something. I don't know. I didn't see no door swing. I don't know how to open. I don't know how to see it open. All right, just see something like.
No, there's no subtitles. All right, well, tell you what, let's drain your ears out and all that, but it's a bit difficult to hear. If this was the only clearest one I can find,
there are better audio versions with subtitles.
Or it just goes to show how much I've researched into it. Hold on, let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Hey, Blackjack.
Audio. Let's have a look. Oh, here we are. Oh, it's asked me to sign in. Well, that's gay. I'm not going to be doing that. Yeah, I don't know what's going to be the clearest audio, to be honest with you. So what do you want to do here, mate? Do you want to move on?
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, all right. Well, that is the Pascagoula UFO abduction case, which is extremely interesting. There's loads of video footage on there. I'm pretty sure we might bring it up at some point as well. But nevertheless, a very interesting abduction case that can be. I mean, some people find it skeptical, but I find it really interesting.
I do as well.
Yeah.
Just with all the other people coming forward as well. But did the other, because the woman that was speaking, she didn't remember, only through hypnosis and what her husband had told her. But did he, what description, did he give any description of the aliens? Did he see what, or?
Yeah, what he thought for the artist's impression. Do you want to bring it up again? Let's bring it up again. There we go. Check this out. This could look like my ex-wife. Hey, how's it going? Planetary Protector. Love your thumbnail, brother or sister. Nice to see you. Yeah, bring the photograph up, man. This is a real photograph of the psycho joking. It's only artist impression. So yeah, this is a creature that I've never seen before.
Now, but is that what the woman said?
Oh, the woman
saw? Yeah,
I'm not too sure.
What did they saw? Because he was saying they got abducted, so I'm taking it that because he said they wiped her memory. Am I right? But yeah, he remembered. He remembered. That's what they said. So he made this deathbed confession to her that, look, this is what happened that night. Yeah, I mean, that's. I don't know.
I don't know.
Don't you get what I'm saying?
No, I understand what you're saying. Obviously, there was multitude of.
But I don't understand. I don't, because I don't believe he gave any description of what he saw.
Who, Calvin?
No.
No.
The other two abductees that fit in that's in the timeline.
Yeah, this is it, because I didn't really hear a description. I know that the same timeline they were both being abducted, but I don't think they had like the same experience. But this is what the creature was. But bear in mind what they were saying when they were abducted. We're talking about Charles and Calvin. They saw different aliens. They saw different creatures on board the craft. This is it.
Yeah,
It wasn't specifically this.
No. Yeah, because there was one other.
Yeah, the sexy alien with the massive tits. Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's there. Oh, I tried to put a joke in there. But anyway, yeah. In terms of what the other witnesses said, I don't know. They didn't really go into great detail, didn't they? On what the creatures were like.
See, I wanted to see if there was any kind of thing that you could. Could it be like the same beings doing that to them? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. Especially with the middle finger being turned into an instrument or device and being shoved down someone's throat.
That's weird, man.
Yeah.
That's like some James Cameron stuff before James Cameron was pulling that stuff. You know what I mean? From Terminator 2.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird, man.
Yeah, Rory says, I don't think they said in description, so yeah. Looks like one of Diddy's dildos.
I ain't bringing it up, man. That guy's gonna be free. You think he ain't gonna be paying somebody to come after people that badmouthed him?
No, this is it. This is it, brother. I mean, if he gets out free, oh my god, they're gonna be. Yeah,
this guy's basically free. I'm telling you, he's gonna get time served. I'll be shocked if he gets time. I'll be shocked.
Probably, yeah.
But anyways, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, so what's your thoughts then?
I think there is some sort, even though there is lack of evidence, like you said, Carl Sagan's quote, great claims require great evidence, something like that.
But it's kind of like, to me, right? Those guys, they look like humble people, yeah. And it's such a way out story, man, that if they ain't took any psychedelics, because the only how you're gonna, but two of you's having the same trips on psychedelics.
And having the same thing, you probably could if you can.
If you were listening to somebody, I don't know about all that, man. I don't know if you could. If you're saying you could, then there you go. Let's throw that in the mix. I don't know. I'm just trying to say that's a far out story, man. So
this is it.
And like, I believe the other person, the other witness, when she was saying that she saw the light and she witnessed them getting taken.
Yeah, this is it. You got the other witnesses, the other two witnesses as well. But whether or not they're seeing the same thing, but that first woman who saw the abduction on the bridge, or the actual abduction itself, is quite interesting. And it was a heartwarming video. So I think there's something to it. I really do. This is why I really want to talk about it, because I really found it was a quite an interesting case to talk about. But yeah, Hidden, what do you think about this, brother? As you're more or less clued in now with the whole story.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
It's a good, because one thing, to say the least, it's very entertaining, because we went down and thank you. Was it Rotary that sent that link?
Yes, Rotary. Yeah, thank you, Rotary.
So thank you, Rotary, because that opened it up a bit more to where I'm saying, yeah, I've seen Skittles. I see that pop up, man. That's my favorite strain. That's my favorite strain.
Nice.
But anyways, It's an entertaining story. You know what I mean? And the aliens were smart. These beings were smart because they did it over water at night. It hides many sins.
Yeah. Do you know what? If you look at the location and where the woman was who spotted the, two people being abducted, it seemed to be quite close to a road. Bear in mind that road could have been built,
Or it
a
could have
decade
just
after.
It could have been like, yeah, there was some sort of bridge as
There was some
well.
sort of bridge, wasn't there? Yeah. So nevertheless, interesting case though, isn't it?
Yeah. It is. I just saw this comment. They like the pictures. They said it's quite convincing, the pictures. I know. Look, it's got a nice little water tower in the back. What do you think
that's good,
those?
isn't it?
What do you think those creatures are? Because I don't know, man.
I don't
Because
know.
surely, yeah. But it would make sense. That would make sense, though. That depiction would make sense because it looks like they have no neck. It looks like the head's
does, isn't
joined to
it?
the shoulders.
You would consider that, yeah, you would consider that as a George Lucas neck.
So I'm not going to diss the man, but also that would make sense to have these pointy things as some appendages to be some, because that gives them surround sight. Is that a thing?
I don't know, man.
Is it 360 or 380? I think it's 360.
360, yeah.
That would give them that kind of sight because they can't turn their neck. So that could be something, or it could be a robot. I don't know, man. See, I'm hearing this metallic skin.
Yeah, the wrinkly metallic skin. Yeah. I know they're probably just like monsters, form monsters. Oh my god, talking about monsters, flipping out.
This poor lady, man.
I mean, poor lady. She get what she deserves.
Why? What's she done? What's she done wrong? I'm not defending her, but I don't know what she done wrong.
Just too much. Yeah, I'm not going to go into it anyway. But
okay,
back to this creature that kind of looks like Susan Boyle. I don't know what these pointy things are as the nose and ears, what they could be for. The whole story could be made up, but judging by these guys, the whole approach, if they were, I tell you what, if they were grifters, they've done a bloody good job of it.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed,
So, like the guys,
they came up with a whopper, man.
yeah, exactly. It's not exactly like a Bob Lazar sort of thing. But no, it's very interesting, very interesting. But yeah, I don't know what this could be, mate. I don't know. Beekeeper disco. Yeah, it's a tricky one.
Yeah,
but there you go.
Yeah,
it's true. There could be all kinds of weird creatures, up or down now, for sure.
What do you guys think? What do you guys in the chat think about this story, man? Do you think it's real? How do we do it? One for real, true for fake. No, I don't think it's a fake.
Gay.
Man. I don't know. Yeah, call it two for fake and gay.
Yeah,
I'll start it off. I'm not gonna. Cause I don't think it's fake, man. I don't think it. Something about it, like I said, it's just so way out there.
Yeah.
That, and like when you look at the depictions, these guys seem like ordinary folk, man. Ordinary folk. And that's
gotta laugh. Oh dear. So yeah, it's an interesting case. I think there's something to it. I really do. But yeah, that is the abduction case of 1973. No, otherwise known as Pascagoula. I'm going to 420 again. And that's your K with me. So yeah, there we go. Interesting case. of alien abduction. Looks like a parasite. Yeah, it does look like it, doesn't it? It's sort of like a bloody like bed mites or something like that.
I think that's just kind of sensors. I wonder if they were retractable. Like kind of like how a slug can do it, or a snail.
Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of find those things might bash into things, you know, knock stuff off the mantelpiece or something like that, you know. Oh, God damn it! I don't know.
They come from so many light years away. Avoid these asteroids, and they're knocking off stuff off your mantelpiece.
Yeah. Oh, dear. Yeah. But yeah,
So-
it's yeah.
Oh, we like that one, but okay. I was gonna say, so anything interesting been going on with in the world of UFOs?
Oh, do I have anything uploaded here?
Have you managed to see the Freedom of Information Act? Am I going to say it wrong? Musala Fair.
Oh, the severe. Yeah, severe, whatever it's called. Yeah. Honestly, mate, someone called people the R word if you didn't believe it, and it's like, well, hold on a minute. Like, who are the players that be here? Well, you got Haini Musan, who I can trust as far as I can throw him. My opinion. I don't know, man. This just seems to be like a whole massive production level onto this. But if you've got any new information,
but is there lineage? And isn't there lineage to follow? Like, because it's saying it's been released due to the Freedom of Information Act.
I haven't heard nothing about it.
It's only 4 seconds. Ain't you seen it?
No, I haven't seen anything.
It's from I believe it's from the photograph that what's his name? Corbell. Yeah.
So I just got told off from the missus. I was speaking too loud. So yeah. Sorry, what was that, mate?
Yeah, shut the hell up, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to show it, but yeah, that's the. Anything else? Oh, there's been rumbles on the drum about England's going to have a UFO. What? Oh, I gotta be quiet.
No. It's
I gotta be quiet.
There's ether. She can hear you, mate.
Oh, you ain't got it plugged in.
No, I got plugged in. I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Anyways, have you heard that they're trying to set up this Congress in England, like to have these UFO hearings like they've been having in Congress?
Really? Do you think they're going to get anything out of that in the near future?
Well, for number one, they haven't even confirmed a date, but I just thought to myself when I saw it, I just thought, well, you set a date of when this is happening, then I'll be more interested.
So we are talking about a country that has no free speech. We get people banged up for saying little hurty words on Twitter, and also hate speech in music festivals, which seems to be absolutely fine. But yet they're going to give us the truth about. Oh God, it's just so R word. It's just so tiresome now. People think we need to start processing information. Don't listen to what Nick Pope has to say. Don't listen to any people in the mainstream saying that they're going to give us the truth about UFO disclosure. About what? What is the British government going to do to help the British people? If there's nothing to help them, but they're going to tell us about UFOs and aliens. Really?
They ain't. Like I said, set a date and I might be interested. No date has been confirmed. It's just a yabber.
Nick is a far right thug. They call me that. It's like, no, it's just a lot of people are just see through the BS that's been pushed through. I mean, do you know what, the word disclosure, I'm kind of sick to death of hearing about it now. It's so redundant now. it's like screwing the wife after like you don't find attractive after 20 years. It's like, oh god, all right, here's missionary. You know, it's just like the same repeated thing. Does that make sense?
Kind of like having a job for 20 years.
Pretty much, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. I just, yeah, like science evidence fringes is like common sense. Whereas, just think, people, you know, the government don't care about anything that the British people. It's not there for the British people, and yet they're going to tell me about UFOs and aliens from this government. Not getting political. Come on.
But the strange thing is what could they possibly say anyways? Because they've opened up their files. The Ministry of Defense has opened up their files as well.
Yeah, but what's that going to prove? It's going to prove nothing. You know, we can't get the truth about the gangs things that's happening in this country. So we're going to get.
That's neither here nor there, man. That's a different game. That's a different play.
But the point is that you're
there's no need. Look, but there's no need to argue with one fact over another one. I'm not trying to say you're wrong, but I'm just trying to say that you can't justify just because he's got red tomatoes, mine are going to be green.
No, I understand.
That's a different argument. That's logistics. That's whatever. That's a different argument. This whole thing is what they're gonna say, really. If they're not gonna do it, man. I'm not even gonna. I just wanted your thoughts on it, and it seems like I wish I never asked. If you get me, because it's going off somewhere else where don't need to be.
No. The point, I'm not trying to divert the conversation to that direction. What I'm saying is that if we can't get the truth about that specific thing, how are we supposed to get the truth about flipping aliens, extraterrestrial beings coming to this planet?
Do you think England would ever tell you that? The Americans ain't going to do it.
No, of course not. Not.
The only country that I know that is open to this kind of talk is Iran. That's the only country. They've got a runway. You want to look this up, what I'm going to say? Haven't they got a runway? Nobody uses it, and it's dedicated for the UFO when it comes back. And they openly say for the return of the UFO.
I'm just Googling it.
And this is their government. This ain't some written up Sanskrit kind of thing. This is their government. This is what they say. Whether it's old legends.
Where is it to, mate? What did you say? Iran. No, I can't find anything here, mate. Or what, UFO runway?
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Huh. No, I can't see anything on it, mate.
Oh, man. You make me look like a fool again.
Yeah, and I'm looking. I can't see anything.
You know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get straight tomorrow. Look at it. Let's fire you over the link and said, "See, I found it."
No, I can't see anything, mate, related to that. So they're quite open to the whole disclosure aspect, then.
It's not even a disclosure. They say these things are gonna come back.
Yeah, but how many cultures around the world have been saying that, you know, extraterrestrials are coming back, or like there's so, you know.
That is a very interesting philosophy, because I learned something about, no, never mind, it was quite recently, called the cargo culture. Come on, somebody tell me what I'm trying to look for. And they would, never mind, I'm too stoned to explain it. Do you know what I'm on about?
No, I do.
Come on, guys. I know. Where's Rotary? Rotary knows what I'm on about. No, it's not cargo. I'm sure it's not. Is it a cargo cult?
Cargo cult?
Yeah. Okay, I get you, because that's the story I would try to tell if I could tell it.
Okay, right.
Yeah, cargo cult. See, and all right. What happened if these soldiers came in to this island that, you know, just way out nowhere. And
Yeah.
they landed, I think it was World War II. I don't know. There we go. Okay, so they landed on this island anyways, and they gave the people spam. These people never seen a white man, never seen an airplane, never seen nothing. And they gave them spam, and they were like, whoa, this is like the bounties of the gods. I ain't making this stuff up, man. Right? So these guys left. And obviously the natives were heartbroken. So what they'd done is they built airplanes. They made runways out of woods, and they would hope the masters from the sky would come back.
Ah, right. Interesting.
So it's called the cargo cult. This is something I just learned quite recently, man. I would like to say maybe a month ago. And I was like blown away, and I was like, whoa.
When was that then? When was that?
I don't know. Like I said, something I just learned recently. It's really cool.
All right, nice. The thing is with spam, I love spam as well, but it's extremely salty. Okay, but yeah,
food of the gods, man.
Food of the gods.
It's the reason why, and it sticks to you when they tell you, because they had to think they gave them spam. These guys are like, wow, spam.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing is with spam, it's just like organ meat, isn't it? Like condensed into a paste.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It tastes damn good though. I ain't gonna slam spam.
Yeah. Do you cook it, or do you eat it like straight out of the?
Whatever's good, man. Whatever's good. I like it both ways. I like it. You know what? I can't eat that stuff no more. It's no good for me. But back in the days when I didn't have to worry, I'd like it either way. But one of my favorites was fried, yeah, sliced, fried with some fried eggs.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Oh,
Yeah, spam and eggs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but all you got to do is get the reduced salt one. If you just have it in moderation, I think you'd be fine.
Yeah. I just stay away from it. It's no good, man. It's no good. I know it's no good, but I'm not gonna diss it. I'm not gonna insult it. But I agree with you. So it's like sausages, man. I know it's no good, but I still like it.
Yeah, but if you get proper sausages from like a butcher's, it's completely different to what you normally get in the supermarket. Believe me on that one.
But there's still elements of fat.
Well, yeah, it's sausages,
and there's a natural. You get what I mean? There's a guideline to how much bugs. Never mind. Look.
Yeah, Rotary says he grew up on fried spam, which sounds it's not a poor people food, it's a college people food, you know. Hold on, let's got to shut this door. Hold on 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's spam. It's makes me want to go buy some tomorrow and to have some spam and eggs. I reckon my little one would like that, man. Spam
and eggs. Yeah. It's like bacon and eggs. How can you not say no to that? Yeah. I live I live in a small little village, and me and the missus, we go off to our local, well, it's not really local, but a farm shop that does their own breakfast, and everything is organic. The bacon's organic, the eggs organic, the sausages, and I tell you what a difference. It's amazing. What I mean, yeah, the sausages, but yet you're gonna get fat in sausages. That's what makes the flavor, you know.
Oh, indeed.
Yeah.
Man, when I used to indulge.
This is it, mate. Yeah.
So but you see, what you do now, you're gonna pay later. But hey,
yeah, but you just got to do some squats and go for a run.
Yeah, indeed, sir.
Do a bit of exercise. No, I don't live in Bath. No, I don't live in Bath, mate. No. Bit further south, northeast. South. No, bit further.
Chelsea, isn't it?
Yeah, I live in Chelsea. Yeah. You can tell by my accent. Yeah, definitely not Southwest, but yeah, definitely Chelsea. Yeah.
See,
But
Kensington, London. He's got you, man. He's got you.
he's got me. Yeah, he's getting close. He's definitely getting close. Yeah, I've
You're
boxed where I
you're a
live
frat.
many times.
You're a frat boy, ain't you? You're one of them
Oh.
fraternities, skull and crossbones.
I get my eggs from a farm. Huge. Yeah, I get mine from a farm. I tell you what a difference. And yolks are amazing. Yeah. Because my farm, well, some places when you pop past, you just like they got eggs outside, or even like potatoes and stuff. You just like put the money for the box, and you could just like take it back as like donation and all that, which is pretty good. Yeah, I'm a cider drinker. I'm a Thatcher's. I'm a Thatcher's drinker, or Inchies. I quite like Inchies. It's like fizzy apple juice. It's amazing. Bath, the last time I was there was in 1990, and I remember was that is that Moustache?
Yeah,
Was very still popular there. Loads of people had them. Yeah, there's a lot of posh twats in Bath. A lot of my clientele.
Don't go. Shh. Don't. You gotta watch it, man.
Well, that's my second job, mate. It's fine. It doesn't really matter, you know. But no, they're very snobby people. They're snobby people in Bath. They are. They're crap payers. They never pay you on time. They never make you a cup of tea, even if it's 25 degrees outside and you've been working in the garden. Never say hello. Keep the good clients and get rid of the crap ones. You know. Oh, now you're gonna go silent on me.
No. I was reading the comments. Sorry, Magnum PI. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't like. I don't like insulting people. Never do. So I wouldn't insult a whole group of people that I've never met. But I'll take it from you, man.
Was it the Susan Boyle photograph I did it for you?
No, I still I know she's not the most. I'm not saying nothing about her, man. Leave Susan Boyle alone. I'm gonna have a meltdown. I'll get famous. Leave her alone.
Crying with spliff hanging out your mouth. Oh man.
Well, is that where it's at then? Yeah. Because have
Yeah,
you got anything else you want to chat about? That's UFO related or alien, or maybe even paranormal.
I tell you what, I have got some paranormal photographs that I haven't shown on Alien Addict. I can probably bring up. Let me just have a little look. Because there is a Facebook page called Paranormal Sightings, which a lot of people in the public is basically posting pictures of like kind of crap photographs of like ghost paranormal stuff. But I have to admit, some of them are actually pretty good. I'll see if I can actually bring any of them up. Let's have a look. Okay. Right, I've got two here. I'm going to bring this up now.
What that you thought are good?
Decent enough to talk about. There we go. Just going to remove my name from that because I just don't want to dox my whole entire name.
Are you ready?
Yes, go for it. Bring them up. So if anyone pays attention to Alien Addict on Friday, I do bring up paranormal photographs. They're the ones that I find pretty decent. I'm going to bring up a few here. So this is the description here. I grew up in a house that had no doubt had something going on when I was a kid, but my parents and siblings all had their own encounters along with us all together. This is a Polaroid that was taken of my mum on the right hand and my aunt on the left, but something is in the picture. I won't point it out, but would like to know your thoughts. Only two people in this photo. Just look at the photograph. Look.
Yeah.
And this is a Polaroid. Obviously, we're talking about this figure here.
Where
Now
I don't see it.
hidden.
I don't see it. Is that
No.
John Cena? So you get a John Cena reference. Yeah, I know I'm playing. I see it. I see it.
Because I always bring this up and I go, right, what can it be explained? What can actually debunk this first? And to be honest with you, you got the light source. So thinking, right, this was taken by Polaroid. The flash would have went off. Clearly, you can see everything's been lit up, but especially in the background as well. But this is completely dark. So yeah, you got that one there.
Is there? Can you scroll back up? Who posted this?
This is just a random person on the internet on this Paranormal Facebook page. So basically, it's a open page for people to upload their paranormal photographs. And I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of it's like balls of light. Nothing's really interesting. A lot of like, yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. But
I like that one. I like that picture.
It's good, isn't it?
That was sent in by. That was sent in by them.
Yeah, just a random person in the public.
I like that one.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
See, this is where if I saw that picture, I'd reach out to them.
Yeah, yeah, I would. Right, here's another one.
Yeah, I've seen this one.
Yeah, so my sister friends stopped in my old house for the weekend years ago, thought the door was just taken on the camera phone. And if you have a little look here, this is what you call wine mums, no offense. Yeah, there's something here. Look, I'm going to be honest with you, it kind of looks like ectoplasm and stuff like that, you know? It's a bit difficult. See that thing there? Hidden? Do you see it?
Yeah, yeah.
See the arrow?
Yeah, I've seen this one before.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to this one here. This picture was taken in my sister's house a few years ago. Makes of it what you will, but had us questioning things. At this time, there was a real smell of cigarette smoke in the house, and no one in my family smokes. And it's talking about right here. Hidden? What do you reckon? Fake and gay?
I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't know. What is this? Is this? It's just a picture they submitted.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Can you zoom out? Is that? Could you do a bit further, or is that the whole picture?
This is.
There we go.
Tricky one, isn't it?
No, yeah, because I can't see the light source. I know there's a mirror there, so that could be casting but that doesn't look like a reflection.
No, I don't, does it?
No. It's interesting.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure.
Off the white marble.
I'll tell you what, let's bring up this one. This is a really good one. I'm going to bring up one more photograph hidden. This is going to blow everyone's mind. Just one more photograph so we can move on. And then the show. Bring this up. Check this out. Unfortunately, no, Rebecca, I don't know the history of the house. No.
See, that's my job. Send me the link to that site, man.
Yeah, sure.
Please.
Yeah, no worries.
Email it. I'll have a look at it, man.
Yeah, sure. Bring this photograph up, man. Bring this photograph up.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. So check this out. This is what I save because I know there's literally something to this. Now look at this. So this was taken in a house of grandparents, and my little cousin, whilst young, kept coming to the bottom of the stairs and seemed to be very interested in something engaging a lot. And my uncle took this picture when I was whatever. But anyway, read the description now if you want to. Click pause, and this photograph was taken. Look at this. In the most bizarrest figure of a child, ghost apparition of a child I've ever seen. What do you reckon, Hayden? Hayden, you froze.
No, I'm not.
I'll zoom out.
Who's posting this?
This is someone called Stephen.
No, but who's actually posted it? This person called Stephen.
Stephen Ballier shared this photo by saying description on top of there. It's crazy, isn't it? Look at it. Look at that face hidden. That. If I saw that at night, I'll shit myself. PG-13, sorry. But yeah, I find this damn right, Moody. Yeah, this is one of the most incredible photographs I've seen.
I'm looking at it. No, I'm looking at it, and I'm telling you what where I'm trying to think on the phone app.
Phone app? Oh, well, we can make ghost photos and UFO sightings and stuff like that.
Yeah, have you seen the ghost one?
No, I haven't. No.
Okay, look into the ghost one.
It's nothing like this, is it?
That's why I had that long pause, because I was trying to think, because it's been so long ago since I phoned. If I see a picture, I automatically know, but I'm trying to think of that one. There's a lot of them in these sites, but it's the phone app.
Okay,
what they do is they get the phone app and they tinker with its contrast and everything.
Right. I tell you what, I'm going to bring up a couple more photographs just to show. All right. So, but nevertheless, I find this quite interesting.
If you find that interesting, why don't you reach out to the person?
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I probably could do that.
That's what I would do. Not to get them on the show, just talk to them, just see, because not everyone's that forward.
Sure. Yeah, I'll definitely get more information to that. Bring this up, brother. This is a new photograph. So for those of people that don't know, if you go on Facebook and type in this paranormal sightings, and this is another one I've subscribed to, to horror as well. So they both post the same photos. I'm going to show two more photographs that I find really interesting. All right. So this was taken a few years ago at my old apartment. I was messing around with the new digital camera, blah, 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 and they found this. I think Hidden's had on a whitey.
No. I'm just thinking, I mean, that looks good.
It's good, isn't it? Wait until the next photograph.
But why isn't... Never mind. I don't want to critique it, because I'm looking at this, and if you're posting this as evidence, where is the source? At least in a credit kind of way.
Yeah. If you go onto the page yourself and have a look, I literally just take a screenshot. I understand you want sources, you want where is it taken, at least some sort of backstory to it.
Or the name of the person.
Yeah, exactly.
Give us a breadcrumb. I'm sorry. I mean, that's a really good picture, but the book stops with this guy. doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Right, let's look at this photograph here. Okay, hold on. So this is another one. This is the last one I'm going to show you. So this was taken of this photo of dolls under the streets in Edinburgh, and a ghost turned up in the photo. My family seems to think this is a setup. Any signs that it is real or set up? For context, this is one of the vaults under the stairs of Edinburgh. The guide told us that ghosts of children were seen in this particular room. Seems to be a ghost of a child. Right, you ready?
Now that looks like the phone app.
Yeah. Here's the original.
Zoom out.
What do you reckon?
What's that at the back? Is that like some sort of drawing on the wall or something?
No, that's the dolls. These are dolls, children dolls. It said in the description they're underneath a bunker, and there's actually children's dolls here. But the guy, the tour guide says that the place was haunted by children ghosts. Now, there's two ways you can look at this. So, yes, this is actually real. Or secondly, they did this on purpose, faked it, to actually popularize the ghost walk. What do you reckon?
I don't know. This is where I'd like to be able to talk to the person. I don't know, because the vaults are incredibly haunted. So what's the chances?
Oh, okay, John.
What did I miss something?
No. John was saying that some of the vaults he visited.
Yeah, I would love to. I would love
Yeah.
to. I don't think my missus would do it.
Oh, I would. I love to visit Edinburgh, all the old style buildings and stuff like that. So,
I'd love to go, because you know Blake and her were operating around there.
Oh, is it? All right. Oh.
I hope that's a true fact, because I say things now and they're not true. Somewhere in my mind that I'm just saying something that ain't right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So yeah, that's it. That is the photographs that I've got on ghosts. I've got no UFO stuff at all.
See the thing that I find with this is I'm in other groups to look for stuff, and I've got to that place where I can't trust what they're putting out. I mean, down to the other day, I saw a picture of I saw a picture from a story I covered, so I knew I had the same picture, and it was help. This was caught in the hallway of my house, and I was like, no, that wasn't. You know what I mean? I covered the original. That was actually in the some mayor. I think it was one of the mayor's office in Mexico.
Oh right, yeah.
So I even wrote on it, and I said, "This is complete false." And I provided the link to the true story, not my story, the actual true story.
Oh, I see.
And that's why I can't trust these things, man.
I think I would agree with Black Dot and Moody on this one. Definitely fake and gay. I think I have to agree on that one. It's too smooth. It's too clean. Let's zoom into that kid's face. It's too good to be true, isn't it? You know. Nice try. But yeah, Moody, you did put a comment. I don't know, Nick. I never heard of ghost tours faking evidence. It seems
Me neither. I never heard of that neither. Why would that go on? I definitely like to go down there, though. I definitely would like to go down there.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe when my daughter gets older, she'll come.
That'd be good. So yeah, that's all I got, brother. It's been an interesting live stream. A new phase in our journey into abductions, which I'm sure we'll have more UFO cases available. So yeah, I don't know what we're going to do next time. I'm not too sure. Something UFO related. Might do something like Roswell or something. fancy Roswell or not? Or that one dead in the water?
Isn't that pretty much played out though? I don't
Pretty
know,
much, isn't it?
I don't know. It's up to you. It's your show. What you feel good with, because that was a good one.
I think, yeah, that was a good one, wasn't it? Yeah, leave it with me. I tell you what.
I'll tell you what. You know what? You know what? There's one that I really did like. With the one about the sheriff. Was it out in New Mexico?
Oh, you're talking about oh God, I know what you're talking about. Zamora case, Lorne Zamora case, 1964. You found an egg-shaped UFO with the beings outside.
See, you're telling me more than what I ever knew already.
There we go. Yeah.
What do you want to do? You want to cover that one?
Yeah, let's do it. Laura Zamora case. Laura Zamora case, I think his name. Yeah, in 1960s. In fact, I've actually got magazines here at that time period who actually, because actually you got evidence of the craft landing with the imprints of the aliens' footprints and stuff like that. So that's a really interesting case. There we go.
Yeah,
fantastic.
There we go. There we
Let's
go.
Do
Do a lot of people talk about that case?
There's been videos about it, but it's worth getting us our perspective onto it. So yeah, we'll do that. Rebecca, topic for Friday show. I know I'd quite like to do Maria Orsic.
You already said a few times.
I feel yeah. I might do Vril Maria Orsic as a bit of a laugh. I've got some UFO stuff. In fact, I've got Arthur C. Clarke UFO 20-minute documentary he's made, which is good to like look through and all that. But yeah, it's a mixed bag. Like with Hidden Underbelly, like we go different topics to different topics. So, but yeah, come check me out on Friday on Alien Addict, and yeah, obviously check out Hidden Underbelly show, which you're watching now, and obviously the previous shows that we've done beforehand. So yeah, it's been a pleasure as always, my friend.
Thank you. And you also don't forget you've also posted still on Cosmic Twilight.
Yes, I'm still I'm not going to say the word, but yeah,
the vitamins,
the vitamin D's, well, the lack of vitamin D's, I should say, and yeah, so I'm still uploading there. But yeah, just
that's it.
Follow me whenever. I'm all over the place.
I'm getting moving now. So, and you know where to find this old dog.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But if you ain't found me yet, check me out over on X. Yeah, Facebook, if any of you still use it. And I'm also on Discord. And also, no, before we go, Jesus, I just remembered. There's somebody I haven't noticed for a while. Renee Cruz. Now I know you guys go into other shows where, do you know who I'm on about? Any of you in the chat know who I'm on about? Renee Cruz.
Renee Cruz.
Yeah, she goes in all the UFO channels and has a chat and all that with us lot. Do you guys know who I'm on about?
No, I don't know, brother. Renee, no, unfortunately, I don't, brother.
All right, good. John, have you seen this person around?
No.
Okay. Just be on the lookout. See if you can, because that's why I said person. That's why I said look.
It's a local postman.
Okay. I haven't seen them around. So that's what I wanted to just ask, is because, you know, this person's a person that's been in the community for a long time. So I'm just, and I've noticed myself, I haven't seen this person for a while. I don't know if it's a man or a woman. I know a lot of people assume it's a woman by the name and the thumbnail, but the thumbnail, I believe, is of someone else. So I don't know. So I have to say this person. It doesn't matter. We haven't seen Renee.
Oh, is it the lady with the bikini
Yeah,
or the thumbnail?
yeah.
I don't know, mate. I think she or he was in my live stream a few months ago.
Yeah. No, I haven't seen Renee since. Nowhere.
Okay.
Nowhere. So I'm just wondering, because I don't go as many like live streams like you guys, because Renee is always in the live streams from what I gather, and in the videos, because she hasn't commented in my Renee hasn't commented in my videos. So
Maybe she don't like a certain person.
no, it don't matter, but no, it ain't you. It don't matter because I ain't seen her in third phase. I ain't seen her nowhere, man.
Oh, right, okay.
She used to go into Amy's stream as well.
All right. Oh yeah, Amy streams. Yeah. Well, Renee, if you're watching this, please reach out. It'd be good to speak to you.
She'd be here
in the comment section. Yeah.
I'm just raising awareness for those of you who know who this Renee is.
Yeah.
If you should see her, let me know, because I'd be more at rest. Because that's how you notice sometimes some people are gone. And I've noticed this now. It's been too long for me to turn around and say, all right, I gotta ask a question.
Yeah, understand, brother. You got to look out for people. I understand.
All right, but anyways, that's that. So keep your eyes out for Renee. What happened to Renee? Might be an alien story in that, and let's hope that she comes back to tell us it. But Renee, we're looking for you. And anyways,
Yeah, the picture's not Renee. Put it that way. It's too good to be true. I think it's a bloke.
It don't matter though. This person's
Don't matter.
Muslim.
Yeah.
So on that note, man, again, it's a crazy world we're living in. You know the script, man. You know the script. Don't play the game. Just relax. Smoke a doobie. And Bob Marley, what did he say? Everything's gonna be all right.
Hopefully. Oh, Rebecca, did you send me an email? Which one did you
Yeah.
send it to? No, I don't think. Oh, is it on Alien Addict? Hold on. Let me just have a quick look. Oh, yes, Rebecca. I got your email. Yes. Sorry, I don't really check Alien Addict, but yeah, I got your email. I shall respond to it now, Rebecca. All right. No, thanks for that.
That's right. And on that note, then I'm going. Thanks for tuning in. Next week is going to be not next week. 2 weeks time we're going to be dropping, so that gives Nick enough time to get this information. Because I don't. Never mind. So I'm looking forward to that myself, and hopefully I might have something to tell you. Who knows? It's an insane world.
Yeah, indeed. He'd be after you, mate.
I'm here to have some fun in it. So yeah, and I like to also thank Jessica Ortiz, because it's been a really cool ride with her, man. Really cool ride.
Yeah, brilliant, mate.
Pretty cool video and really cool. So that's it. And obviously, damn, I'm forgetting the most important people in the room. You guys. Thank you guys, man. Thank you guys. So on that note, I'm out of here, and that's it.
That's it, man. Good night, everyone. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Take care.
For there is nothing hidden that will not be revealed, and nothing concealed that will not be known and illuminated. Stay blessed and keep safe. This is the hidden underbelly. Stay blessed and keep safe.